What's up, niggas, bro? What's up? Let's see if y'all can hear me for real. Let me get off of this, first of all. Alright, got 3 people in here right now. Comment, y'all wanted me to react to Suicide Boys and stuff like that. Really, I wanted to do this because, like, I always wanted a live stream for us, so it always seemed cool. So, should comment what songs y'all want me to. What's up? Swagless, Ellis B, Apology G59. All right, this. Let's put the songs down, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and. God damn, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Yo, I'm gonna re-upload it though. But all right, bro. Hold on, yo. What's the name, bro? I'm gonna start with the first one. Joan of Arc. So someone. Bet. Joan of Arc, and I'm gonna start with Joan of Arc first because that's the first one I saw. So we're gonna start on that first. Take cap down. So. Let's go ahead, bro.
Wait no more. All these batons you can salad
this is gonna be the first reaction, bro. Gonna be the first reaction to the song. It's gonna be the first song. Y'all can hear it. Put a number 1 if y'all can hear it, yo. If y'all can hear me, y'all can hear the music. If y'all can hear the music and stuff, tell me, bro. Let me know. Let me know if y'all can't hear me. I'm looking at my phone and stuff, looking at the camera. Let me know if y'all can't hear the music and shit like that.
Tell me that she wanna ride me through the night, then call me back. I like how she riding, cause she take that shit all in that bag. I got bands in my pants and I'm dancing. I'm like, man, you a fan, why you snapping? You on the pace, so I'm like, baby, you my Novocaine. I don't even know you, swear to God, bitch, how you know my name? I'm like, man, why you mad? I'm the god, nigga. I'm so sorry, check that shorty, she's a gold nigga.
I don't give a fuck, never clean it up. Bitch, my blood is mud, never clean it up. Enter the chamber of God, set the door fire and run. Bitch, I'm bust up when they come take the drugs. I was sit here and they get fucked up and then die. You know what me, bitch, and if you say you do, then you lie. I ain't a socialite, I'm staying home tonight. Maybe another night, trying to get me down my mind. Never thinking with a super mind, so I might guess that she left me for the same reason she loved me. So I fucking doesn't know she don't trust me. Slap me across my face, she said, well, you disgusting. Baby girl, I got money, you know me for disgusting. Don't me never call her reckon, I don't think she blocked.
No, we got we replaying that, bro. Bro, yo killed that shit, bro. I don't even know where he started at, but we replaying that, bro. Hold on.
I'm the god, nigga. I'm so sorry, check that shorty, she's a gold nigga.
I don't give a fuck, never clean it up. Bitch, my blood is mud, never clean it up. Enter the chamber of God, set the door fire and run. Bitch, I'm bust up when they come to the drugs. I was sit here and they get fucked up and then die. You know what me, bitch, and if you say you do, then you lie. I ain't a socialite, I'm staying home tonight. Maybe another night, trying to get me down my mind. Never thinking with a super mind, so I might guess that she left me for the same reason she loved me. So I fucking doesn't know she don't trust me. Slap me across my face, she said, well, you disgusting. Baby girl, I got money, you know me for disgusting. Don't me never call her record. and I know that she blocked.
Does she wanna ride me through the night, then call me back?
Yeah.
I like how she riding, cause she take that shit all in that bag. I got bands in my pants, and I'm dancing. I'm like, man, you a fan, why you snap? You brought a peso, I'm like, baby, you my Novocaine. I don't even know you, swear to God, bitch, how you know my name? I'm like, man, why you mad? I'm the god, nigga. I'm so sorry, check the shit.
Cradle to the grave, I cradle in my grave. Flicking ash, bring no drugs. I can't get no peace of mind. I can't lie, it fucking hurts. I was designed to shine. Now I'm popping bars, so my brain fogs drop like a phone line. Don't speak, we just squeeze, bitch. On my knees, I might put my mind at ease. Begging to God, I don't believe.
Yo, you cannot say this flow right now. The flow that he's spitting right now, like what he's saying right now. Bro, this shit just go hard, bro. Like, alright. Yo, Danny. I said Jordan. Hey, this shit go hard though, yo.
Give me relief on this grief, no sleep. I can't eat like getting dimmer and dimmer. Call me selfish, blow my brains out and gone forever.
Alright, that was the end of that song. Next song, because everybody been saying fucking... Hold on. Let me look on the phone real quick. Carloton? Carloton? I think that's how you pronounce that shit, bro. I don't know. I've been out of school for like a couple minutes. Bear with me, my nigga. Alright, that song we're gonna react to next. Hella people been saying that song for real, so hella people been saying that song, so that's what we're gonna react to next for real. I don't think I had got to that song, did I? Did I? Shit, nigga, I don't know. We're gonna react to it right
Writing's
now.
not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically.
Play me some of that suicide pimpin', man.
You motherfuckers pitiful, I'm too sick of you. I'm a walking visual, you buzz refillable, unforgivable. Once you cross me, ho, now you a motherfucker stain a little cut though. If they got back, not take drug game, ain't the same. Savage tatted on my face, great, ayy. Blizzard while we hot box, fuck a badge, fuck a cop. Even if they K-hop, watch me bust on any block. North, south, naughty scope on the shot. Send me blow your body, Tony gripping all the time, bitch. I bite the head off a bad like a Mozzie. You got a problem, motherfucker, come and try me. I'm nothing like what your punk boys running in body. North, east side, 5'9", Tony grip a Tommy. Fuck around, end up with your body all tops. I be that walking zombie, bad sauce, eating bodies. 3 choppers in the shot, shooting everybody.
I can't stop nodding my head, bro. I can't stop nodding my head, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? I can't stop nodding my head, yo. Suicide Boy is just so fire, bro. There's nothing you can like. I don't know why it took so long to sleep on him. I don't know why I was sleeping on him for so long, bro. Like, even though, like, I don't get how I was sleeping on him so long, and my nigga, I listen to 3 6 Mafia all the time, bro. Like, I don't know how I didn't like notice Suicide Boys, bro. I don't know how I didn't, but it is what it is, bro. At least I know about him now. You know, got a cool little fan base for real to react to Suicide Boys. So it's cool. It's something. It's cool. So let's keep on going with the song, bro.
Cigarette wet, bumping boosted bad ass. On them drugs, jiggy jaws got clench. Trigger finger itching. If you think I'm kidding, smoke leaking.
Yo, that little verse right there. Hold on. Not the cigarette wet part. I don't smoke cigarette. I probably smoke weed like kind of here and there, but I don't smoke cigarettes. So, not the cigarette wet part. But bumping Boosie Badass, bro. That's what I've been knowing that like all. I've been knowing that like I've been listening to Boosie Badass all my life, bro. Like since I was young and since I was legit, that was all I've been listening to, bro. So that really like that really touched my soul right there. Him saying that shit.
Boosie Badass on them drugs, jigging jaws got clench, trigger finger itching. If you think I'm kidding, smoke leaking from the sticky that be smoking, boy. Fuck a backwoods, which is what I use, boy. Smoke what I choose, do what I wanna do. Motherfuck you and your punk friends too.
Ruby, long leg, long edge, bitch, I like the sting. Smoking potent, thinking I'm the chosen one, bitch, I'm a king. I can hear my dead homie sing. Now my eyes always hurting, wiping tears with diamond rings, yeah. Hey.
Hold the fuck, boy, who the fuck said we cool? Man, I quit smoking with hypes back in 2002. What it do, motherfucker, I'm a fool. We been the champions, going to McDonald's, and you got a bottom, then you better move. From the boom to the tomb, busting out early, busting out soon. Like out the city, I'm back on the 30s, in about 20 minutes, we'll be on the moon.
Drugs got me fucked up, slugs got me drugged up, fuck. Slap my face against a bill to cross shit up. Government ID helps me get high, seeing stars in the mirror like I'm looking with a pipe in. Lime green paint, but the rims looking sparkly. Mighty sloppy, might be cocky, am I in the right? Say highly unlikely, and I'm willing to fucking bet.
Leave a pussy wet, then I leave a pussy wet. I'm a fucking vet, I'm a motherfucking threat. Chief, I'm not the set, Chief, I'm not will make you sweat. I don't give
Around that part, bro, I wasn't even ready. Leave a pussy wet, bro. I wasn't even ready, bro. I wasn't even ready. He came out of nowhere with that, bro.
Yeah, I see stars in the mirror like I'm looking with a pipe in. Lime green paint, but the rims looking sparkly. Mighty sloppy, might be cocky, am I in the right? Say highly unlikely, and I'm willing to fucking bet.
Leave a pussy wet, then I leave a pussy wet. I'm a fucking vet, I'm a motherfucking threat. Chief, I'm not the set, Chief, I'm not will make you sweat. I don't give a fuck, it's my fucking epithet. Lace up my Nike deck, gaze, BBA, that best gaze, 7 war about the leg to my death.
Yo, bro, I haven't been to a concert, bro. Hold on, let me see what the comments saying, bro. Can y'all... Check out that. Y'all requesting a lot, bro. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Alright. Bro, y'all requesting a lot. Hold on. I don't know. I said 40 ounces sober, Parade Pride, Styrofoam Foam, Chevrolet. I already reacted to Chevrolet though. New chain, some same shacklets. Bro, y'all spamming a lot, bro. Hold on. Hold on, bro. Y'all spamming a lot. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, since like the first one I saw, I'm gonna go with fuck, bro. I'm gonna go with New Chain, same shacklets, bro. I'm gonna see how that's sounding. I'm gonna see how that's sounding, bro. I'm gonna go with that, bro. Bro, y'all don't understand how much songs y'all. New chains, new chocolates. But
must one person's triumph be another's humiliation? Of course.
Another day, but even death every day that I'm waking mountains of regret. So I tell myself it's okay, day after day to make all these arrangements to change. You can measure yourself. I know I'm wasting my breath as I inhale. I know I'm escaping my death as I inhale. Carrying on, I'm suffocating my lungs to
hard.
Step into the mind of a cutthroat. If the streets cold weather all alone, blackness, gray hair, just slow. Feelings though being followed by crows. Car list overflow with highlights. Drug help, mental suicide. Feel tight, feel dry, then you wanna die. Pride, close eyes and you start to cry. Swear, spend a lifetime trying to get it right.
Bro, hold on.
Still isolated, still.
I just fuck with his drip so much, bro. Like, bro, I need to cop on the FTP wave, bro. I gotta cop on the FTP wave, bro. I've been trying to cop a FTP freaking merch for a minute, but I just been like bluffing. Well, I really been bluffing, bro. Like I just been bluffing, to be honest. So I need to cop, bro. Like, but fucking, I fuck with Skirm. That's how you say it, Skirm. I'm saying it right, Skirm. Skirm. I hope I'm saying it right, bro. I fuck with like Skirm so much, bro. Like, I just fuck with his drip, bro, and the way he rap. Like, his no homo shit, but his voice just sound beautiful with the beat that he be displaying with, bro. Like, Skirm is my favorite out of all of them, bro. Like, that's. I didn't mean like merch. Not merch. I meant brand. I know it's a brand. I didn't mean like merch. Like, don't bash me on that. My bad. But Skirm, bro, like, bro, I just fuck with him heavy, bro. Like, I don't know, like that he's my favorite out of the group, bro. He's my favorite, bro.
Out of sight, keep my dress swinging like they in a fight. I just wanna kill everyone in sight.
Take the money, take the bitches, take the drugs, take the gold. Baby, let me decompose. Never name sit, more shade spit. I'ma see you one day, that's a promise.
Fucking fire, bro. What song am I what song am I reacting to next, bro? Nightmare Core, but that's what I'm going to next. That's what I'm going to next, bro. We gonna go with this, cause I know it's gonna turn me up even more, bro.
Love remains gone. When I walk, you can hear the bill by the rap. Yo, Christ, bitches, fuck me in my tabernacle. Get so hot, got a retainer on my dope supplier. Straight out of hell and I'm the maestro of this fucking choir. 2017, my turn.
You right, bro. Like, let's start over, bro. They caught me off guard. Y'all said do the lyrics though. Should I do the lyrics? I'm gonna do the lyrics. I'm gonna fuck with the lyrics.
The remains go. When I walk, you can hear the bill by the rap. Yo, Christ, bitches, fuck me in my tabernacle. Get so hot, got a retainer on my dope supplier. Straight out of hell and I'm the maestro of this fucking choir. 2017 might turn me to a mass shooter. Pull a driver while I'm hanging out the fucking Uber. Killer state trooper, slice the neck of a prosecutor. Drug user getting loose, so y'all gon' bring back the cruiser. Screaming, getting eerie when I'm off the sticky. Bloody Mary, crawling down the chimney. Sincerely, fuck you up. Suicide, fuck up the bar. Sincerely, fuck you up. Suicide, fuck up the bar. Sincerely, fuck you up. Suicide, fuck up the bar. Sincerely, fuck you up. Suicide, fuck up the bar. Make it way to grind, you gotta nail it through it. Climb off the ground, but it had just fucking shoot it. The ground's about to lose it, let me make it what they lose it. Do what's on the fucking moment, do what's on the fucking.
Bro, this is probably my favorite song out of all of them, yo. This... I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Like, yo, like, bro, I keep on saying the same thing they did. They're fired. Bro. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta listen to the song one more time, yo. The song is just so fire, bro. I gotta listen to the song one more time. I have to. Like, I just have to, bro. I gotta listen to the song one more time, yo. The song is just so fire. Especially when he like, when the shit drop, bro, and then he put in a different tone and just like hit with that hard metal shit, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Who created these niggas, bro? Who created? Who created these niggas? Like, for real, who created these niggas, bro? Who created these niggas? Like, for real, who, bro?
The remains go.
Last time reacting to this song, bro. This song is so fire, bro. It's fire, bro. Like.
When I walk, you can hear the bill by the rap. Yo, Christ, bitches, fuck me in my tabernacle. Get so hot, got a retainer on my dope supplier. Straight out of hell and I'm the maestro of this fucking choir. 2017. me getting eerie when I'm off the sticky. Bloody Mary, crawling down the chimney. Sincerely fuck you up. Suicide fuck up the pop. Sincerely fuck you up. Suicide fuck up the pop. Sincerely fuck you up. Suicide fuck up the pop. Sincerely fuck you up. Suicide fuck up the pop.
Bro, just listen, bro, this. Yo, this is like he just kills it right, bro. He just kills it, bro. Bro, he just kill it. He just kill it right here, like it just. I can't even speak English, bro. You just killed it right here, bro. Hot damn, bro. Got me hot. For real, so much spam, bro. So much spam, bro. Like I'm gonna get to y'all, bro. Like it's so many songs, bro. It's like hell y'all. Like I'm gonna go and slip on Banana Clip first. Slip on a Banana Clip first. I'm gonna go there. Says yo spam, they like yo crazy. These songs make me have an orgasm, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's crazy. Next, we got, next I'm reacting to Slip on a Banana. I don't know how long I'm reacting to these songs, bro. It's a lot, though. I ain't gonna ban him for spamming, bro. It's cool. I ain't tripping off of it like that. It's not that serious, for real. Alright, bro. Slip on This shit better be. Oh, we got German song. Fire, bro. I fuck with Germ heavy. I don't know when I started fucking with Germ. I don't know when I started fucking with Germ, bro. I fuck with Germ heavy. Let's see. Let's see, bro. Oh, German G59? I ain't know that. Got me feeling like an old head or something.
We be the gorillas creeping inside your motherfucking mind. You're about to X, watch him lift it up and just swing it from behind.
Who is he? That fucker a beast. Came with the fleet like he watch your fleece. Cold summers, long winters if need be. Fuck the world with y'all balls deep. Demons around me, I'm drowning, I'm bleeding. Barobians giving out biggest go to the season. They get we out in the bleeding, the opposition, opposite of the
started fucking by it, don't try me. I strike like lightning. Tyson, drive-bys riding the bikes, man. I'm sweating, murder, exciting. I'm expediting your life, and we multiplying. Alliance, you bite them well, I'm the liar. Welcome to hell, I'm your goddess.
Hold on, call on me. Diamond dancing, homie, running for office, offensive and lawless. Balls of the rawest and jaws of the newer lead. Fucked up in my set like ratchets with hatches while I'm catching nets. About bad shit like where to play, got that guy with the lost car, 5150. Spaz screaming where to play, man.
Play calm, stay calm. Pop a pill to the fucking pain. Gone slaying y'all, change long. Same song, change long, made race, come train, come slating bras, race strong.
Dirty, nasty, ugly, and try that way, Mr. Papa from the planet.
I got a bottle of Thompson, bunch of shitty whiskey in me. Gin Tilly with the 7 warlord, razor blades like the vocal cords.
To Atlanta, zip a dirty big shot, fuck a fender. Sell out a show in Santa and a dirty, nasty propaganda.
Alright, bro. Bro, how many songs Suicide Boys got? Dang, bro. Like, yo, somebody tell me, bro. Somebody tell me in the comments. How long Suicide Boys been making music? Like, they probably had been making music since I was in middle school. They had to, bro. Like, I bet they have hundreds, bro. I remember they've been making music since 2011. 400 songs with features. More than 400? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Like, now I can see why y'all fuck with Suicide Boy so much, bro. Y'all probably like, yo, they're consistent, bro. Like, Apocalypse. I am the apocalypse. Damn, bro, that's how. All right. I am the apocalypse sound interesting, so that's what I'm gonna go. That's what I'm gonna go to. Sounds interesting.
Stay bloodshot, go to 50 watt. Let them roll back, while them drugs do the job. Same motherfuckers thinking that they still hot. Be the same motherfuckers I can't see at the top. 666 to my crucifix, diagnosed a lunatic. Blood on me, no need to rinse. Been dead 5 years, no need to slip. Suboxone strip so I don't slip, but all my cravings still exist. Shit, sometimes I just need that fix. Sometimes I just need that drip. Voices say you need that bitch. Convinced I'm meant to die with it. Scripts stay piled up with my sins. Sniffing them pills, all I feel is bliss. Falling from my cliff, no saving slip. Fate laid out, no changing it.
it like slow, flip the drum, got the big well, put you in the front, and then rave with the jet. Hey, things on the place, the one ain't red pain, and you baby fucking rappers brains on the pavement day. Tipping on drug addiction, you don't love it, and mine is a missing away my own line, and it's not because you make the terror, you can take all on this, I'll be just trying to shake your red band, and you play them on drum, bitch, and rip me out, band outside to my side. Sit there, you fight this, you might get it out one more time, let me shout, and mine till I die.
Bro, like, what is life, bro? Like, what it? Like, what is life, bro? Y'all don't, what is it, bro? Like, bro, hold on, bro. I gotta be right back, bro. I gotta get some water or something, yo. Suicide Boys make me hot, bro. They make me hot, bro. I'm gonna be right back, bro. I'm gonna just get some water real quick. Like, I can't do it, bro. I had to get some water, bro. Oh, that shit had me thirsty, bro. Alright. See y'all saying in the comments, bro. Shout out Dead Park, bro. Shout out Dead Park, my nigga. It's saving niggas' lives out of this, bro. Alright. So, alright. I'm gonna close my eyes. And the first song I see, that's what I'm gonna react to. I'm gonna give y'all like 5 seconds. Murals of the Gorilla. Bet. That's what I'm going to. First one I saw. My lips dry and shit.
in. I walk in the jets without no protection. I function in hoods every city I'm in. I'm the great one gorilla out the concrete jump. Looking from the dope cause I just shot a bundle. Scarecrow make the chopper drum shots rumble. Scarecrow got the dope game from home. Stupid for the drug double bitches. Better watch side that you pick it. Snakes star hissing. Heads go missing. Rest in piss till the runs I'm killing. Teeth keep drilling. Codeine spilling. Blood on my linen from the cuts. Never hit the hot boys at the crib with a mouth full of scripts. Body bag zip when the gun hammer cook. Ruby leveled up. Ruby leveled up. Ruby on level up. Then I got the W. Never play it up. Gas on the board. Kick back. Never board. Click gas to the joint. Flick gas to the sword. Ruby wrestles. Devil. And the seven boy. But Ruby get up on the move. Don't want to hold just yet. Seven boy dragon when I fire his sword to the net. He got the flame. He got the dead. That's the right from the red. Every day you make that escape. Never take up a leg. Concentrate. Set them straight up. We get not the same. Yeah, it's hard to remain with yourself straight. Yeah, it's hard to remain with yourself fake. We be about to take a second breath and break yourself because I'm not remaining the blood state.
Alright, shit. Alright, y'all been telling me to react to this song for a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna do that. Do this song. Y'all been telling me to do this song for a minute. Then next I'm gonna do LTE and For the Last Time, cause that seemed like cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do that for real. Matter of fact, I don't know, bro. I'll see, bro. Yo, the video, bro. The video, bro. Oh, yo. I don't know what to say.
Crucify me with the nails on my feet, with the nails on my wrist and that blade in my chest. Enlightened by Zion, I'm wearing a lion with teeth on the rope that's surrounding my neck. Standing in fire, I'm God of the liars. Attire is made up of nothing but wire. The choir is
singing my praises with phrases that let you all know I'm the best of the Satan.
Black in my eyes, on my side, on my mind with the blood on my face, and I turn it to wine. Your face is the bomb, make 'em fall in the line, let the planets align as they build me a shrine.
The end of the world as you know it, when I'm up in hell, I turn fire to sewage, the waters they swell as the polars are broken, evoking the smoke from the bodies that's choking.
That song is fucking. What song was that? Uzi, Logies, bro. That's what I was on. Right. Bass boost, cause they gotta be facts, bro. Germ goes so hard, bro. Germ goes so hard. I remember I found out about Germ with Lil Nar. When I found out about Lil Nar, that's when I found out about Germ. Cause that song with Lil Nar, Ride with That 5. And I was like, bet. I was like, I was like, who this? Who's Germ? Nigga, I thought it was like a band, cause they kind of like have the same name. So I'm like, bet. Straight. Remember on SoundCloud for real. That's when I was on SoundCloud. Then he had this song, DMAX. Damn, I love you, man. Damn, I love you, bitch. DMAX said, when I'm stepping, in case I see you lit, I pull up. DMAX Plus. That was the song that Germ had. DMAX Plus. And I was like, yo, that hard, bro. Hard. But, let's finish the song.
With the stick, started just to feel the drip. Paint your ass like trash and slip. Pistol grip, fall in line. Acid up and down my spine. Fuck a snap and fuck a vibe. Turn this bitch to collar pop. Red dot, looking for 12. I only do headshots. Straight draw, sipping the mud. I only shit red drop. Still depressed, long like the pearl. Still hit the Jackson, get it back to dope. FCP on my bullet vest, still feeling test, but you see the glow.
Alright, bro. Next, I'm gonna do Region in Blood, because I keep on seeing this picture of Drake with no teeth, and it's kind of like creepy. Region in Blood, bro. Goddamn, Drake with no teeth and shit. Creepy shit. Alright. The song came out 4 years ago. Let's get into it. This nigga say I don't got no teeth, man. You lying, bro. you got teeth, bro.
I'm rolling a pillow and burning an ounce. Grip through the ground, I don't hear a sound. Burying bodies all over the town. The satanic killer, the grip on my triggers that haunts all the rivers. The blood is my liquor. 6 months on my grave. Cynical 5-9, yes, we great. Sharpen the blade so the wrist can be shaved. It's like to the minds of the fucking new wave. Creep in the alley, the belly of death. Deep in the city of choppers and texts. I'm deaf to the scream, to the innocent. Fuck all the citizens, a fucking militant of the infinite punishment. I need to stay my leg, give me that coke. I'm sniffing it, articulate my ignorance. Can't grow, walk around without a like a man.
Myself staring in the face, bitch, I'm dropping, I might as well never be placed in this boggy. My enemies call me, I am the worst version of myself, no calling for help. Angel of death, please get your way. Facing myself, people need they stay away. Plus, when spinning on the door, crack, no, made the bones, I'm living in a scoring. Don't let my sins up, burning my mind. Never remaining, but I still remember the song. Body separated from my soul, how it goes when you're always alone. No beach, no road, so low, no phone, no phone. The grave that I dug with a blanket of bugs. Bitch, I'm naked full of drugs, fully faded full of plug. Bitch, I made it with a shrug. I'm aware that I don't give a fuck.
Alright, bro. I'm gonna do one more song. I'm not gonna get off. Not gonna get off the live stream. I'm gonna be on there for a little bit, a little longer. I'm gonna do one more song, and then I'm gonna do like a little Q&A. Like y'all just ask me questions for like 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get back into reacting to Suicide Boys. Bet. Yeah, I think if I keep on reacting to Suicide Boys, bro, I'm gonna kill myself because I just keep on getting turned, bro. Like, there's a lot of y'all just spamming like the same songs. I'm gonna do Pump Fake. Playboy Cardi Pump Fake came up. See that song. My bad, bro. I'm texting. Hold on. What's on? Oh yeah, Pump Fake. What's on Pump Fake? Let's get into it. This is recent. Came out 2018. This is recent.
Introduction, how you already know. I be that skinny white female, fucking cutthroat, no joke, tiptoe. When I'm creeping in the fucking dark, move slow, sit mo. Every time I pop them bars, wanna go toe to toe. I promise you won't last long. Bodies blow, bullets flow. Just another sad song, savage with a Malik, that's an addict. All my habits tragic, dirty, dancing with a Xanax show.
All right, bro. Give me like 5 minutes, bro. 5 minutes, bro. 5 minutes, bro. Ask me some questions, bro. Let me chill for a little bit. Bro. We be going at this for like how long have we been going to this shit? Q&A, yo. Ask me some questions, bro. How long has this shit been? Shit, bro. Where I'm from, the state I stay in. I stay in Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland. That's where I stay at. Been in Baltimore all my life. Baltimore, Maryland all my life. Never left, never changed, none of that. How long my hair been growing? Yo, I've been deadass. I've been growing my hair since like probably like 9th grade, bro. I just graduated college, bro. So 9th grade, bro. So that was like no. I wouldn't really say 9th grade because I used to cut it down sometimes. No. I'm gonna say when I graduated high school, 12th grade. That's when I what's the name? All right. The next question. Favorite Suicide Boy song? Hold on, bro. It was somebody hit me with it the other day. I react to it on my last video. It was, I think it was Diamonds. That was my favorite song. Diamonds. That's my favorite song so far. That shit was fire. Yeah, I live in Maryland though, Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, the one with the anime. With my celebrity crush. Oh, it's between. Asian doll and Megan Thee Stallion. It's between both of them, bro. That's my crush. And Bundle Brittany. That's my crush. My celebrity crush. Get it on. Could I see myself at a Suicide Boys concert? Hell yeah! What you, bro? That concert would be so lit, bro. That concert would be so lit, bro. Like, that would probably be like the first. Because I've been to a couple concerts. I've been to Ski concert, Rob Banks, Wi-Fi's funeral, Tankhead, Juice WRLD. I was supposed to see Chris Travis, Xavier Wolf, and Bones, but they ended up canceling. So yeah, I've been to a couple. I'm just glad Suicide's beginning. What's your goal on YouTube? With the YouTube? For real? I always say Ruby or Skirm. I'm saying Skirm go hard, bro. But what's my goal on YouTube? For real, when I started YouTube, it was just like I don't know. I wasn't really doing nothing else, so I was like, shoot, why not start YouTube for real? Y'all like y'all like a family for real. Y'all like a family. Y'all cool as shit. Like, I just like posting videos. Like, it's cool. Like, it's giving me something to do. Cause I don't really do nothing. I just be chilling. Either be playing the game or just chilling in the house. I don't do nothing. So, posting videos, it's cool, bro. I fuck with YouTube. I fuck with like interacting with y'all and shit. Which artist can you not stand at all? What artist can I not stand, bro? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, yeah. Did you know that the boys are white and from New Orleans? I mean, I knew they was white. I didn't know where it was from, but I knew it was white. You should check out. Keeps you busy. Have you watched some? I never watched some of. Hell no, not Cardi B. I ain't nah. I ain't with Cardi. I mean, Cardi B look good, but I don't think Cardi B nah. Have you watched some interview? I didn't watch one interview by Suicide Boys yet. I really should like go watch that shit. What time is it? 9:57. Ever been to Ghost Main show? Nah, never been to Ghost Main show. Did you know Rudy is half Greek? He look half Greek. Ruby look half Greek for real. Yeah, he look half Greek. Have you ever listened to Mendez? I heard of Mendez, but I never listened to him. What's up, Toxic Chico? Y'all want me to sit here and watch the No Jumper? Put a number one if y'all really want me to sit here and watch the No Jumper Suicide Boys interview, the whole thing right now. 'Cause I would do it. I don't care. I would do it. I would do it. That'll be cool. Did you know Skirm was a heroin addict? He probably was. I wouldn't be surprised if Skirm was a heroin addict, bro. I would not be surprised. How come you slept on the Suicide Boys for so long? For real. Oh dang! Y'all want me to? Dang! Y'all want me to watch it, bro? All right. I'm gonna watch it. But I slept on Suicide Boy so long. I don't know, bro. Like I was really like in like. I don't know why, yo. The reason why is because I saw like they had hella songs. I did not feel like listening to all them songs until I started doing YouTube and I started doing first reactions and stuff like that. So I was like, I might as well do the Suicide Boys since I never listened to Suicide Boys. So I just did the Suicide Boys. And then now we here. But you know about Punya. Of course I know about Punya. I was listening to Punya before I listened to Suicide Boys, for real. I don't listen. I know one Shake Well song. But I listen to Germ a lot though. I fuck with Germ. Alright, y'all want me to watch the Suicide Boys No Jump interview. I got y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna react to Lucky. I don't got a Discord, yo. Somebody been telling me to. Hey, yeah, bro. I got you. HM2401. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post the whole thing for. I'm gonna post this whole thing on YouTube, so y'all can go back and watch it if y'all want to. It don't matter. But yeah, somebody been telling me to what's the name? Make a Discord, but I don't know. I don't really use Discord like that. I never really like gotten into using it unless I was like online gaming. I meant gaming on the computer, but I never really like used it for real. Let's see, bro. No Jumper interview. I spelled Suicide Boys wrong.
Hey, so just a quick word before.
But it's an hour and 31 minutes, 13. Yeah, y'all really gonna sit in here and watch this with me for a whole hour? Bro, most of y'all probably gonna be gone. I'm not even. Most of y'all probably gonna be gone, but I'm gonna do it. Shit, let's get into it.
Before I do this Suicide Boys podcast that I know you guys are all looking forward to. Wait, I need to look into the thing. A few people hit me up and they said, "Oh, Adam, there are no ads in your podcast. How are you gonna make money from this?" All right, if you want to support this podcast, one simple way: support my clothing line, onsomeshit.com. We have a whole new line coming out really soon.
I'm gonna skip this whole shit.
So that's pretty much interview.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Very excited.
First ever.
I'm nervous as shit.
Really?
A little bit.
What's the medication status? Like, what have you guys been doing today in terms of pharmaceuticals or other?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Sober?
I've been waiting on shit, but yeah, sober as a.
Yeah. Let's see. Klonopin, little marijuana.
Yeah.
I smoke a little weed, but.
And my Suboxone.
What's that?
Suboxone is like a maintenance.
Okay.
You know, it's like
day-to-day antidepressant or something.
No, it's people that have like opiate addiction. I've struggled with opiate addiction for like since I was 17.
Okay.
For a long ass time.
And so, how'd you get into that?
Basically just fucking. Long story short, my grandfather died. Somebody gave me a Vicodin. You know, before that I was like completely straight edge, like never fucked around with anything.
Right.
Somebody gave me the Vicodin, and after I felt how that felt, I just like took off running.
Right.
Over the years, you know, it just progresses.
So when you were young, did you have any idea of like what you might be getting into in terms of doing pills? Do you consider this like a big mistake that you made at a certain point?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
yo, for real, there's a lot of rappers that got like hooked on pills. Like these pills are no joke, bro. Like yo, to the subs out here, bro, don't get addicted to these pills, bro. Try your best, bro. Try your best. try your best not to get addicted to these pills, bro. Cause these ain't no joke, bro. They have you. You'll be a whole different person, bro. Like,
it's a
crazy.
mistake because it's like he's seen it. Like
I'm glad
I've tried so many times.
I'm glad he's sober right now though, cause like them popping pills shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm glad he's sober right now. Them popping pills shit is not cool, bro. That's just like, don't get into that shit, bro. It's not cool. Like, I don't know why people think it's cool. It's not cool, bro. It's just not cool. But
get off of it,
right?
And it's just like it's a bad.
But I'm not saying like, because some people really like. Yeah, if you like, some people don't really like have no choice, bro. They gotta take it. Like Yo said, if they prescribe, bro, you kind of have no choice because some people gotta take it unless they die. But like, at least. Unless they gonna die. But at least try to get help, bro. Like, don't try to get stuck on that shit, yo. Cause them pills is like, you take them pills, bro, they eating up your body. They just gonna keep on eating up your body, bro. Like, it's eating up your body day by day by day. And it's gonna get worse and worse and worse, bro. Like, them Percocets and all that shit, you know, that's shit crazy. But, just try to get help, bro. Like, some people can't help it, though. Like, you can't get mad at some people that just taking pills because some people, like, they really can't help it. Like, they just in a deep depression. That's the only thing that can get them, like, away from the pain and stuff like that. So, life hard, bro. It be like that. But
you keep trying to fight all the time and you keep fucking losing, you know, because it's real hard.
Right.
But at the time when I was young, you know, like, all my role models were like Wayne and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was sipping lean heavy, so I started sipping lean heavy.
And it's crazy when you see a lot of that stuff because you wonder how much of an effect it has on kids, because I know that shit could have an effect on me. Like, all right, when Future said dirty soda in the styrofoam, take a day to get my mind blown, okay, he influenced me to do drugs right there. Like, that day, I was like, damn, I got to get something. I got to take a day off.
Dude, real shit. I mean, people that say that, I don't know, man. It influenced me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got a fucking Fear God tattoo on me across my chest just because he had it on his eyelids, you know what I'm saying? He was, you know, he was sipping the lean, he was doing all drugs. Fuck, I did it too. So,
yeah.
Heavy influence on me with the drug.
Was Wayne a huge influence on you as well?
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
Not as much as him, but to a certain extent.
Right. Would you remember what the first Wayne album or song that really like hit you was?
Yes.
What was it?
The Block is Hot.
The Block is Hot. That was my fucking record as well.
We're from New York.
yeah, that's crazy because Lil Wayne, The Block is Hot. That would maybe like fuck with Wayne too, bro. Fuck with Lil Wayne and shit. That made me fuck with Lil Wayne too, bro. Like that whole shit was fire. That whole shit was fire, yo, no cap.
Orleans, like we were raised on that shit.
Yeah. Dude, you know what my moment was when I was in fucking probably like 8th grade or some shit. I was in the computer lab. No, I think I might have been 10th grade. So I was like, I walk in and I just see a CD sitting there and it's a fucking Wu-Tang CD. And I pick it up and it's the W, which is like the first whack Wu-Tang album because it was the 3rd album and it was whack.
Right.
I open it up and it's fucking Lil Wayne, The Block is Hot. So I took that as like a real message, especially because I was in fucking New Hampshire, New England. Like, motherfuckers don't listen to Lil Wayne out there back then. You know, this is very rare.
Right.
And it blew my mind, and I took it home and listened to it. And even though at the time, like, Wayne was not what he would then develop into being, I was still, like, really taken aback by it. And I think that's why, like, from a young age, I was kind of more
it's also
influenced by
like
Southern
12,
rap.
13,
It's also, that back then, I think Block is Hot, I think he was like 15, I think.
So I think that's
14
probably about it,
maybe.
15.
Yeah.
He always lied about his age and shit, too. You
Well,
know?
he started off and he was like, they have a BG album called True Story, I think.
Right.
And he's on there as like
It's
Baby
kind of like
B.
a bounce beat.
It's like
you
a
know?
bounce
Yeah,
beat.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
on there at like age 11.
Right.
Very
He
rare
kills it.
shit.
He kills it.
Rare
Like, talking
shit.
shit to PNC like at age 11.
Hey, do you remember when you first saw the Juvenile Ha video?
Yes.
Because that to me was a huge thing too. That just made me realize how amazing Cash Money was, like real young.
I saw the Back That Ass Up video before I saw the Ha video.
Yo,
Yeah.
back that ass up. Because that song, like, you can't even explain how fucking big that song
That's like
was
the
at
New
the
Orleans
time.
anthem, like forever.
That song is like one of the greatest songs of a generation.
I completely agree because it's like the kind of song you still hear now. It doesn't annoy you. You're still like, yo,
Yeah,
that is
absolutely.
legit.
Man,
That's the
you
song.
drop it at a teenage party or you drop it at a
Sock hop or some
60-year-old, you know, like get together reunion, and everybody's gonna be getting down to it, bro.
Yeah, so like because as a result of the fact that you guys have never really done interviews, I didn't really know where you guys have.
Hey, yo, Germ is right there, bro. Germ is definitely right there. I did not notice that. I didn't notice that was Germ, bro.
from. I was trying to figure it out, and I'm kind of having a tough time figuring it out.
What'd you guess?
7th Ward.
Well, you're always saying I was Smurf, so I thought maybe from Memphis or something.
Nah, a lot of people think that though. New Orleans.
Okay,
New
yeah.
Orleans.
So tell me about growing up as white kids in New Orleans. Like, at what point did you become obsessed with rap music? And
Very early.
Like, what age? Like,
I was like 8.
right, because it was the first music you listened to, right? That's the
right.
boat I'm into. It was like Snoop Dogg and
Actually,
shit.
like I said, I guess I kind of got into it through Lil Wayne and like Juvenile, and then he would show me all the other shit like 5th Ward Weeby and PNC and all that kind
Like
of shit.
local shit that was hot. But I first got introduced to it from Gangsta's Paradise, Coolio.
Okay, I was huge on that when I was a kid too.
My pops bought me that, but they'd only buy me the edited version.
Okay,
at the time.
That's crazy because Coolio at the time, like now you're looking at me, he's like so silly, but he seemed kind of hard at the time.
Oh man, what?
Anybody wearing a blue flannel with the braids twisted up, you were looking at him like, damn, this fool looks like he might kill somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I grew up like super scared of like gang culture because it just seemed so crazy on the other side of the country, you know? What so what from an early age did you feel like accepted in listening to rap music, or did you want to rap right away?
Here's the thing. Like I grew up on, they got this place, the West Bank. It's like you cross the river, there's a G&O.
Okay.
You cross the Mississippi River, and it's considered like the West Bank of New Orleans.
Okay.
I mean, where I grew up at, it was mixed there, but I mean, white people were the minority.
Right.
So I grew up with pretty much all black friends, So I mean, the whole like dancing, I mean, playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? Typical stereotypes that black people carry, I had all of them too. So I mean, that's how I grew up in New Orleans with that whole scene.
So is it fair to say that you guys both didn't really grow up in like the best area?
He grew up in the West Bank. I grew up in like close to. I grew up in the East Bank, which is like New Orleans.
Okay.
I grew up like around Fat City, which was like super sketchy.
Right.
Like my neighborhood was like the first kind of good neighborhood. And Fat City was like where all like the drugs and all that shit.
Yeah, it's always kind of weird because
it's a checkerboard. Like you have
it's a street away.
Bad area, good area,
right,
bad area, good area.
One street is like really good.
Just take one wrong turn.
And a lot of people don't understand that because they want to pigeonhole everywhere people live. Like, oh, that's a white area, that's a black area, that's a good area, that's a bad area. Yeah, but it's not like that in most places.
Yeah, it's weird.
Not over there.
Like the same place where it might be like super rich, like literally a block away, is like ghetto as fuck.
Do you guys feel like you run into like the stereotypes of people thinking that you're soft or that you come from like a different kind of upbringing because you're white?
They can fuck themselves if they do.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really like ran into anybody that's
ran
like,
into like
you know what I'm
racial
saying?
shit before.
Right.
Like,
half the people, I mean, a lot of people that listen to us probably don't even think we're white,
Actually, we've gotten that a lot. People will be like, "Oh my god, these guys are white."
Right.
And it's like, why does it fucking matter?
Do you feel like it's not that big a deal to be a white?
I don't get how they don't like. All right. Before I even like started listening to them, bro, I already knew they was white. Alright, I could hear it in their voice that they was white, bro. I didn't even think that they was black. It was one person I remember, Danny Towers. Danny Towers, I thought he was black. He surprised me when I saw he was white. Bro, that surprised me, bro. I thought Danny Towers was black the whole time. Until I really saw him, like. Fun fact though, Danny Towers gave me $10 because I had asked him for $10 one time. Cause I had met ski mask and shit. Asked for $10 one time. He gave me $10. Danny Towers is really a cool guy. If y'all know who Danny Towers is and stuff like that, I got it. Hold on, I probably got it. Hold on. Okay, I got the picture. Got the picture of me and Ski Ray. Me and Ski Ray here. Hopefully y'all can see it. If y'all can't, shit. A picture of me and Ski Ray here, bro. Took a picture of Ski, met Danny Towers. I met, Danny Towers, met Punya, and I met, who else was there? DJ Scheme, yeah. It was really cool for her.
A rapper in 2015.
I mean, I get the cliche and shit, but like, I just so happen to be white and rap. So
I think Bay's here. It's just a coincidence. You know, that's kind of crazy because that's changed a lot over the years. You know,
it has.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, to answer your question earlier, just to tie in, like when you said when we first started listening to Cash Money, did we like look up to them? And yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be Lil Wayne when I was 7. Like I was like, but I also felt weird in my own skin because I wasn't that. You know,
Right.
and I wasn't from the project. So to kind of come full circle is kind of tight. You know.
Yeah.
So
did you like at what point did you guys meet and did you start?
He's my cousin.
Okay, yeah. People wanted to know if you were really cousins.
All right, yeah. Here's that.
My mom
here's
is
that
his
final
mom.
answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're sisters.
Our mom's from the gutter, like of New Orleans.
Yeah, so like.
Oh, they cousins. I thought it was like friends. Whole time they cousins. Oh, no, good. Thought it was like longtime friends or something.
Like I was born a year.
I can see it though.
Him, so I mean, from diapers we've come up together.
And how old are you guys right now?
I'm 26.
Okay. 300. You're gonna drop that on us? That's dope. I appreciate that. All right. So, but what about from like a music standpoint?
I'm not gonna
like,
lie.
at what point did you...
Germ look fried, bro. Germ look fucking hot as a bitch, bro. Germ look too fried. He don't even like he need to post a beer right now. Yeah.
Realize like I'm gonna be rapping with my cousin.
Well, the thing is, I started playing music at like 7.
Okay.
So I never really wanted to try the rap shit because I was always kind of scared to and like what people think and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And he was doing the DJ shit. We actually didn't link up till like literally a year or 2 ago to do this shit.
Really?
I was doing punk shit for like 10 years and he was doing like making beats and DJing and shit.
Okay, so I've seen YouTube comments about that too, saying that you were in a punk band and shit like that.
Yeah, I was in a bunch, yeah.
In your opinion, is that contradictory at all, or is it just an overall love of music?
What you mean?
Like, I feel like a lot of people might look at a dude who was rapping and he used to be in a punk band or some shit and be like, oh, like, that's kind of weak. Like, that means you're a fucking poser or whatever.
No. What's up, another person? What's up? Ability? No, I guess that's not.
I completely disagree with, for the record.
Well, I don't look at it like that. Like, I was always into rap as well.
I think the whole underground thing, bro. Everything's
thing,
just
yeah.
like it
fact
kind
that
of meshes it.
If you go to
There's so many punk elements.
one of our shows or anybody in the underground show,
right,
it's the same thing as a punk show. Like the pits and the energy, everything. It's the same thing. And that's what drew me to this. Right. And the whole punk thing, like I said, man, I did that shit for 10 years. I didn't go anywhere with it. I started rapping for like a year or 2 and you know, kind of took off.
So what were you doing in the band? Playing guitar or something?
I play drums, guitar, bass, sang. Yeah.
But did you have any success in that regard, or was it just kind of whatever?
I mean, I toured twice with this band, but like I never saw anything.
Just never went nowhere. Nobody would ever like put that effort in that he was putting effort in.
Right.
You know? He was going hard with it. He was running everything.
I had like to drag like 3 other people with me. You know what I mean? Like they would always want to get fucked up.
Having a band in general seems like just such a
really
fucking
hard.
nightmare because you got to get all these people to do all the same
page,
things, and nobody is on the same page all the time. Like even 2 guys is a challenge.
We butt heads. We
definitely butt heads. But the thing is, nobody, as far as the punk aspect goes, nobody wants to do like the shit that's not music, which is like booking stuff and making merch and all that
business
stuff.
And that's what's crazy about punk versus hip hop is that in rap it's like accepted. Like you want to make money, you want to do well, because most of the people who do it are from a background where they actually need to improve their situation. Whereas in punk rock in 2015, maybe not in the 70s or the 80s.
People aren't
maybe
hungry anymore. Like the 70s and 80s, especially with like in the 80s with the Reagan era, like depressions and shit. Like that was a time and place for it to happen, and kids were pissed off and wanted to say something about it. Nowadays, I feel like people are too comfortable, people are too relaxed, people just there's nothing for them to stand up for anymore.
Right.
Like, that's why I think like punk is kind of dying. Like
just from the little bit I've seen, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I've gone to a couple of shows of his when he was still playing in the band, but it's like it's a bunch of actually like white privileged kids
usually
that act really gutter.
And I think it's always been like that in a lot of ways, because if you want to be rocking these leather jackets and having nice guitars and all this shit, it's like you have to have some money to do that.
I mean, I knew kids that their dads were doctors and they would go buy leather jackets and then like stomp on them with their dad's car to make them look tight. Like,
yeah, man, you know, it's
But so, give me a couple of punk bands that you still love that if you were gonna listen to some punk now, what you would fuck with?
Shit. Like current punk bands?
No, just anything of all time. Spotify.
Misfits is probably my number 1, man. I mean, not like fuck Glenn Danzig, fuck you, Glenn Danzig, but like Misfits.
Early era.
Yeah. You know, Minor Threat, Choking Victim.
Love Minor Threat.
Leftover Crack is a huge influence for me. For
Same. I listened to Choking Victim like crazy in high school.
That's one of my favorite fucking bands ever. Choking Victim.
Leftover Crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a huge.
But Choking Victim was the original name,
yeah,
right?
Choking Victim was before Leftover Crack.
And that was like mad ska influence too, which a lot of kids
like
definitely don't know
crack
about
rock
that.
Steady shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I'm gonna listen to that on the way home.
We can nerd out to that later. Yeah.
Yo, that shit was sick.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But so tell me, like, you were the DJ early on?
Yeah, I started DJing at like 13. My parents had got me for Christmas. They got me like, I don't know, man. It was basically like 2 CD players and like a mixer. I mean, you couldn't even like scratch. You couldn't even like really mix the shit besides just like crossing over and fading into the next song.
Right.
But I got into DJing and then I just like, I don't know, through doing parties and stuff like that. And as I got older, like got in the college scene, I got booked to be like a house DJ at certain clubs. And then I got into hosting mixtapes.
Oh, okay.
You know, like the whole DJ drama, like
that
Don
type
Cannon,
of hosting.
all that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like with the tags all over,
Yeah,
bringing it back. I got into that, and Chopper City from Making a Band.
Right, yeah.
He had reached out to me, and I linked up with him, and I thought I hit the jackpot.
And this is post Making the Band?
It's not gonna be a phase, bro. I doubt it, bro. It's not gonna be a phase.
Yeah, post Making a Band, he wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I was like, holy shit. And
it
so
was
I was
all downhill from there.
Yeah, I was working a little bit with him and doing that shit, and
he fucked him out of some money.
Yeah, he was fucking me over.
Nah, he was a bum. He was a bum. Like,
yeah, he was a bum.
Germ kind of looks like him. Looking ass.
Yeah, and then when I was 19, I was, dude, for some reason I was super into like T-Pain.
Okay.
You know, and I was watching an interview on him, and in the interview he talked about how he made the whole.
Bro, yo, you said he was into T-Pain, bro. Who wasn't into T-Pain? Like, bro, T-Pain was like back in, I don't even know when he was out. But back in those times, bro, T-Pain was that nigga. Like, no way. T-Pain was that nigga, yo. Like, T-Pain, that nigga, yo. T-Pain is definitely that nigga.
Rapper turned sang an album on GarageBand.
Really?
Like, vocals, I mean, auto-tune, the beats, everything. So, literally, that night, I went out and, you know, fucking, I was selling pills and selling drugs. I had the money to go blow. So I went and bought me a laptop, came home and made, you know, my first little fucking shitty beat and shit like that.
Yeah.
And just kept making beats from there, you know. And then local motherfuckers would fuck with me and I would just try to get everybody's email in the industry that I could and just fucking.
In the New Orleans industry.
And in the overall
Oh, so
industry.
you were going and traveling a bit back then,
I
too?
wasn't traveling, but I was just, like, emailing, like, spamming people with beats, if you would. And then
so you had the internet hustle as well as the real life hustle?
Yeah. But aside from that, you know, I was working a 9 to 5 too. So I was selling furniture, selling used furniture.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds depressing.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right, bro.
It was all right?
I was pretty good at it. I got a little mouthpiece on me. You know,
he got fired. He only got fired because of his tattoo. That's
yeah.
Really?
I worked there 3 years, and they fired me because of my tattoos. But it's probably the best thing that happened because
for real though.
At that time I was like just doing, you know, the beats and like making.
Well, they getting fired. Yo got fired for his tattoos. That's harsh, bro. Like, just imagine getting fired because of your tattoos. Like, knowing you a good person, you a good worker, you get fired because of your tattoos, bro. I got hella tattoos, bro. I got this right here, Broken Heart. Then I got Mario Kart Ghost and Boo. Very rare. DMAX and Chinese symbols. Android. One of the androids from Dragon Ball Z. Laugh or Cry Later. Y'all can't really see on it. It's going to be kind of hard. Now I got the Jamaican flag and stuff like that because I'm Jamaican. I got Alien with a Supreme headband on there. So I got a couple for real. I'm getting my whole arm done. But now right now I'm kind of like chilling right now. But yeah.
Little mixtapes where I was rapping half-ass.
Right.
And I got fired, and that's when he came up to me, and he was like trying to convince me to rap. I didn't want to rap. I fucking hated it.
But were you already rapping on his beats?
No, I couldn't rap. Like, I was just, like, dabbling at the time. And I didn't want to do it by myself. That's why I saw something in him, and I wanted him to do it with me. That way I wouldn't be, like, alone. So,
right.
you know.
Because it takes a lot of confidence to
really
not
does.
only make a beat, but also to rap on it and then put it out and
Not
show
even
people.
that, dude. Like, the first time I even performed music ever, like, I was 13 playing drums in a band, and, like, I remember the singer, like, counting off, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I was, like, just ready to throw up.
Yeah.
And that's sitting behind a drum set. So imagine, like, with the microphone, all these people looking at you, you know, you could say something really stupid or say something really, I don't know. It's nerve-wracking sometimes.
But we kind of got to that point, you know, he talked me into doing it and all that, and we just got to that point to where, like, we were like, fuck it, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not getting any younger. Like, if we're going to do this shit, like...
Yeah, bro, This live stream gonna be on the channel later if y'all want to watch it, like, later and stuff like that. I know everybody got stuff to do, bro. Y'all can't be sitting here all day watching me and shit like that. I understand. So if y'all want to leave and shit like that and then just come back and watch this shit later, yeah, y'all can do that. I don't mind, for real.
No.
I haven't had a job since I got fired. I haven't had a fucking job. Now, I'm not
is that
living
because
good.
you were selling a bunch of drugs your entire life, or since you quit your job?
He just, like, decided, like, when we decided this is what we're gonna do, he got fired or whatever, and he just, like, stayed at home and, like, made beats, just, like, kept making beats, took care of, like, what he needed to at home, like, you know, taking rides with his brothers and shit like that. But
yeah,
and that's the crazy shit, is that if you want to make it as a rapper or in music, you have to go into this nerd stage.
Dude,
really do.
it's literally
That's what
like
they
a
don't
full-time
understand. That's
job,
what they don't
bro.
understand.
Like, to get to where we've gotten to in a year, which is like, you know, it's crazy, but I mean, we've put in a lot of work, man. Like, he works.
And people think glamorous work like on tour. No, it's like sitting in the basement, fucking watching YouTube tutorials or whatever. Yeah,
exactly. That's how I learned how to do Final Cut. That's how he learned how to do GarageBand. Was watching YouTube tutorials.
Yeah, all self-taught.
Yeah.
So,
and then after that, man, we was like, if you know, we're either gonna make this happen or we're not gonna eat. Period. Right. You know.
Actually, what we said was we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna kill ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Once you make it, you're gonna kill yourself.
No.
If you didn't.
Yeah. I mean, if this didn't happen, if Suicide Boys didn't
I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah,
I've slanged pizzas before. Like, fuck that. I don't want to do this shit. Like,
it's a dark life.
You know,
it really is.
I don't plan on it not working, not to bring negative energy or have a plan B, but like, you know,
it's do or die. It's do or die.
Right. If it didn't happen, I'd blow my fucking
no plan
head
B.
off. I mean, you know,
because I don't want to live my life going through the same shit every day to work.
I'm not doing that.
To work like 8 hours a day just to go home and just.
For real, it's a lot of people that don't like working. I understand that, bro. I'm just gonna talk to y'all real quick about y'all. Bro, working sucks, bro. Like, bro, for real, my advice for real, cause I'm 22. Yeah, I know I don't look like I'm 15. Yeah, I know, man. I look like I'm 15. I don't like I'm 22. But yeah, in fact, I do feel better watching shit live. But bro, my experience, I work at Amazon and shit like that. I used to work at Giant. I hated Giant, bro. I hated working at Giant. If y'all know what Giant is, it's like a supermarket, bro. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what y'all got there. Like Food Line, Walmart. It's basically like Walmart. Walmart is everywhere. So, bro, like, I hated Giant. I'm getting booty calls on live. Yo, chill out, bro. Chill out. Chill out, bro. But yeah, bro. Like, do whatever you want to do to make you happy, bro. If you working and shit like that, working 9 to 5, and that shit not making you happy, bro. Do what the fuck you want to do that makes you happy, bro. Don't do something just because like you want to impress somebody or like shit like that, bro. Do something to make you happy, bro. Like, life is too short, you know. Like, do something to make you happy. You don't want to be miserable working at a job you don't even like, bro. So like, do what make you happy, bro. But chill with the booty calls and shit. Right,
just because like I've worked a 9 to 5, like I said, and like halfway through the day, you're like, damn, I just want to go home and fucking sit down and watch TV.
Right.
And that's not very
because it sucks every ounce of energy.
Right.
Oh my
that's
God.
not a great.
Yeah, bro.
That's not a good thing to think. Like all I want to do is go home and watch TV.
Right.
Like fuck, and that's real. No, fuck that.
Like literally the worst thing that you can imagine is being in jail. But working 8 hours a day doing something that you don't like is damn close to it.
It's damn close to it.
Because you're going to go home. It's not like you have 8 hours you sleep, 8 hours you work, and then 8 hours you can do whatever you want. That's the ideal, and that's kind of what you need to do if you want to fucking make it or whatever, is you have to find time in your spare time to work on your passion or whatever.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, that shit, if you're even just sitting there, like you were saying that you're selling furniture or whatever, it's fucking mentally draining.
Absolutely,
Like, it drains you, your
it's
fucking
like,
creativity. And
I started getting to the point where I'm looking forward to like moving up in the company and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like
I'll be a manager one day.
Right. And that's
and
then you're stuck.
It takes away from you as a person as well. You become like just this.
I
Like,
became a
when you see a
zombie,
FedEx guy, do you wonder like what that guy is like? No, you don't. It's just some guy delivering a package.
And that's how I felt even when I was a little kid. When I was 15, 16, working at the grocery store, and I had that fucking apron on, and I would be looking down at myself because I always had like a real strong sense of like, I need to be doing something that matters, that I care about, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then I look down at myself and I'd be like, I am a fucking drone right now that is just hired to act like something I'm not. And,
bro,
and that's how I...
Facts, bro. Like, when you working, bro, you do feel like a drone. Like, acting like something you're not, bro. Because that's how it was at Giant, bro. Like, I was just acting like... One, I'm antisocial, bro. I don't like talking to people. I don't like... Bro, I'll talk to you if I have to. Like, say if one of y'all, like, see me and be like, oh, it's DMAX Supreme, y'all want to take a picture. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be nice to you and shit, take a picture if you talk to you and shit like that. But I'm not really a people's person, bro. Never really was. I know y'all can relate too. Like, I never was a people's person, bro. But, bro, like, when you work with somebody, bro, you got to act like something you're not. Like, it sucks.
I appeal to everybody else, and that's how I feel.
What did you do?
Just doing the grocery store shit. I sold women's shoes at Sears when I was like 17. All kinds of bullshit.
How did on some shit come about? Like, when was your point where you were like, fuck this shit, I'm about to do it?
Well, yeah, this is good because the No Jumper audience definitely probably don't know about this. But when I was like, so I was selling drugs and doing credit card scams and fucking playing online poker when I was like, pretty much since I was like 18 to like 22. And then at one point when I was playing online poker all the time, I was always looking at this one rap blog, and I was always looking at a BMX like message board, like a forum, and it just hit me in the head. I was like, yo, I could run a blog exactly like this rap blog, but do it about BMX.
Yep.
You know, a year later, I was making enough money that I could quit my fucking poker scheme, and I stopped selling drugs and doing all this bullshit. Bro. And then OSS was more like, I realized right away, like, oh, that's going to be a media company. Like, I'm going to make money through advertising on that, but that's not good enough. Like, I want to have my own brand that represents me and my friends and what we're into, and I can't fucking put fucked up images and shit on an advertising-based blog's clothing or whatever. I wanted to make clothes, and I wanted to do stuff with my friends like that, you know? And so for now to be at this point where I have a store and shit is just like, straight up like mental like fucking willpower to like just envision shit and just keep working until you get there, you know?
I'm right there with you, man.
Like, we're very heavy into that, like, speaking it into existence,
So
like,
for real.
energy.
So's Jay.
Yeah, so, like, the universe, shit like that, you know? Law
I was
of
just
attraction,
listening
man.
to a fucking Nick Cannon interview on Combat Jack, and he said the exact same thing about why he's successful. He's like, you know, I spoke these things into existence.
It's
I swear
true.
to-
No,
Nick
it's
Cannon,
true.
not that bad. Actually seemed kind of cool from this interview.
Bro, when me and him got together and we said that shit, like, okay, we're about to do this or we're not about to eat, like, we both at that time had really gotten into the whole law of attraction and the secret
And you know what?
shit like that.
Whenever we do, sometimes everybody has negative moments.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Whenever we do, or like he'll get stuck in a funk, and he's just like,
Right.
you know, surrounded by negative energy. You know, negative things start to happen. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah.
It just seems like things just start falling apart, but that's because you have like this negative visor above your eyes, and you're looking at all the negative shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You can find the silver lining in everything. You can.
Right.
Dude, we're all getting hyped up on this conversation. People are going to think that we're snorting Adderall and shit. Yo, I was just getting hyped up. I'm like, yo, this is such a good combo. Yo, but I mean, that's for real, dude.
But
Like,
that's
really
what's
is
good
that.
about
It
me
really
and
is.
him being like a group, you know, rather than individuals. Is like,
We can check
if
each
I'm in a
other.
funk, you know, he can pull me out of it. If he's in a funk, I can pull him
He's
out
like
of
the
it.
only person like there'll be several times where like he can sense when there's like something wrong with me, you know what I'm saying, and we'll talk about it and shit. Like
it's so good to have somebody else to bounce ideas off, because like that's when things really changed for me with the business, is when I got my friend Alfredo, like started working with him all the time, because he's a super like motivated, driven person, and then all of a sudden
that's what you need, bro.
Yeah, because I'm more of like an artist, like creative type, where I have ideas and like I want to create content and stuff, and he's more like he'll sit in front of the computer and do the fucking taxes, and he does not mind.
Wow. Like, I'm you and he's Alfredo.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's what's up. But that was good, because then I started like all these ideas that I had that I would come up with, and all of a sudden I had somebody to talk to about them with, and just be able to be like, yo, like put the idea in his head, and all of a sudden it's not just this thing in my head, it's an email, and if we fuck up, then if we don't do anything, then I would feel like, oh, at least I bounced it off somebody and worked on it, you know. That's important, because if it's just shit floating around in your head, it's a pretty good chance that a lot of it's not going to happen.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What is your creative process with music these days? I mean, I'm skipping ahead like crazy, but
that's cool.
Yeah, like what is, like, how often do you guys hold up in the studio? What is the process like?
I still work a job. So 4 days out of the week I'm working a job, and then
what kind of job?
I've worked in a restaurant my whole life.
Okay.
Doing like all sorts of shit.
Do you find it like draining and shitty, or is it kind of whatever?
Man, he'll call me in the middle of his shift and be like, dude,
this.
I'm just so
done with
ready.
this fucking shit, but the money's not there. Like we're still broke, so don't think that we're
broke
like
as fuck.
flexing.
Yeah, bro.
We don't flex for a reason, because we don't have shit. So.
Yeah, man. But I mean, to get back to your question, like I say like 3 days.
Oh, one. It's 4 years ago. So 2015, that's when Suicide Boys was like just coming on. Like, let me know. 2015, that's when Suicide Boys was like just coming on and shit. Cause they saying they broke and stuff like that. Man. I thought that was like on a, you know. So 2015, that's when they was like coming up. All right, bet.
Days out the week, you know, he'll come up, and I mean,
he lives an hour away from me.
Oh, okay.
So I drive up there, spend 3 days, I sleep there all 3
nights, and
we'll
just pound it, like
whether it's a video, whether it's a new T-shirt design, whether it's a song, we have to get something done.
Everything.
And do you have a plan when you meet up usually, or is it more like
we're super planned out, unless we're talking like
for like
making
releases
tracks.
and shit. For releases and shit, like what we're gonna do, we're planned out. But as far as like music goes, we just go with the flow.
You want? I heard something. I keep bringing up Future, but yo, this is something that motivated me. I never said it on the podcast, but I was listening to an interview with Future about how, you know, his first album did real good, and then his second album didn't do as good, Honest. And that was the one that the critics didn't like as much and shit.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, same way. There was some heaters on it, but it was kind of a weird album. And then he was talking on this interview about what went wrong, and he's like, yo, I got married. Like, all of a sudden, he's like, I used to be a person that was just in the studio. He's like,
I heard that album, Southside Suicide. Bro, should I do let me know, bro. Should I do a reaction to Southside Suicide? Cause I never listened to that album, but I know that album is fire, bro. But like, let me know, yeah. If y'all want me to do a reaction to Southside Suicide, I'll do that shit. Not right now. Like, I'm gonna make a video. I'm not gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna make a video of this shit. Cause I heard that album fire, bro.
I never did a Christmas dinner. Like, I was in the studio working all the time.
We have no
mixtape, I think it is.
friends.
Right. And I was just, and he's like, he's the type of person that, like, he realized that having a family, having all this bullshit around him, that being a celebrity, blah, 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 it was just taking him out of his fucking creative space
energy,
where he needed to be. Like, it took him away from the thing that made him great in the first place.
Right.
And that is what I sometimes even, like, miss because of the fact I'm so busy. It's just having that ability to sit in your fucking room and just work on shit all the time and just let your creativity go crazy and go in different directions, you know?
Absolutely.
Like, in New Orleans, you kind of get started young on a social life. So I kind of been there, done that as far as going out. So we told each other we're not going to go out unless, like, we have, like, this money and, like, you know, we want to fucking go out.
Same, man. So I was in the DJ scene, like, always partying in high school and shit. And like I said, after that, I was in the DJ scene heavy and shit like that. So, like, the whole, even being on tour, like, the whole, like, after parties or, like, you know, fucking with bitches or something like that.
Because partying is the number one thing besides a job that is just going to
I'm not
fuck
worried
you
about
up.
any of that, bro. Like, you
it's
know
a waste
what I'm
of time and money, dude. It really is. Like, unless you got something going on at the same time. You know what I mean? But if you're just like working a 9-to-5 job and you spend your weekends partying, getting fucked up, like how long is that gonna last?
Right, because I mean, if you could account for like almost every night I'm going out from fucking 10 p.m. to 2 in the morning and I'm getting drunk, and then in the morning I'm feeling like shit, and so I'm working on that, and like that is all time that you could be sitting in your fucking room working, you know, like trying to figure out what you're gonna do with your passion. You know?
It kind of. I mean, the situation.
That sacrifices everything.
Sacrifice.
That's the thing. Yeah, nobody wants to sacrifice shit. Like
the thing about it is, it kind of works out. Oh yeah, you might want to blow it. Blow it.
Whoa, look at this. We got a fire.
Blow it.
I'll just burn the whole place down. Fuck it.
Blow it, bro.
Blow that money like a candle.
But the thing that still works out with me and Ruby is, he works his job. And, you know, talking about being able to have that time to have that whole creative process. I got my responsibilities, too.
Right.
But while he's working, those days he's not up.
He's banging out beats.
Yeah, I'm able to bang out the beats and like get the projects ready and shit like that. That way, when he comes up,
we're ready to go.
That's a different kind of energy for you too, though. I think because then, like, you have something that you're still really struggling against. That, like, having that time to be in there getting angry at fucking your boss.
Believe me, it gets him in the funk, man.
Right.
I mean, but I also use it as motivation to like help me get myself out of this fucking situation.
Yeah, because in a year or two or whenever it happens, I mean, it's just gonna feel even better that you like kept struggling through all that.
We're hungry as fuck. I mean, to be at the Sesh Holla Waterboy show, you know, a year ago. Shout out to L and them.
Yo, for real, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I always wanted to go to a Sesh Holla Boys Waterboy show, bro. Like, I always, bro. I was so close to being the one, but they postponed it and they never, ever put out another date for it. And I was hurt because, like, anybody that know me, bro, anybody that know me know how much I fucking love Chris Travis, love Xavier Wolf, and love Bones, bro. Chris Travis was the first. Chris Travis got me into underground rap, bro. No lie. Chris Travis got me into underground rap. When it was Chris Travis, then it was Bones, then it was Xavier Wolf, then it was bro. It's a lot, bro. It was a lot, bro. No cap. But like, I just know Chris Travis got me into underground, bro. Once I got into like the underground scene, bro, like, I changed. I'm not gonna lie, I changed, bro. Like, my whole.
When you gonna let me talk to Short?
I'm on live stream.
Huh?
I'm on live stream.
What that mean? You on live?
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying. Once I got into the underground scene, that's when I just changed, bro. Like, my whole swag, my whole, like, music I was listening to, like, everything just changed, bro. So, like, I love the underground scene, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, we were able to do Fuck a Hoe with Smurf. I mean, we had 1,000 followers.
We were shit.
You know,
see, I remember this, and I remember seeing you guys, and I remember wondering because then
we came here, bro.
You did come.
You weren't here, but we came
okay.
here with Eddie, you know, and visited.
You had 1,000 followers on what, SoundCloud? Because you have 50K now. That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Right?
Over the year, it just blew up, and I mean, I attribute that to us, you know, working as hard as we've been working,
right.
But you know, I'd be lying if I didn't say that, you know, Puya.
Right.
And what he's
the
done
one that
for
really
us.
helped.
Because Smurf helped us out too.
Smurf too, yes.
Smurf was the first person to like reach down to us.
Okay, so how'd you meet him?
All right, well we were working on a song called "Fuck a Hoe," and it was DJ. Was it DJ Squeaky?
I remember specifically. I remember it was somebody made a tweet, and it included us and Black Smurf in it. Maybe about collabing on a song or something. But I seen he had favored it.
Right,
so
and you were already a fan, or you knew about it?
Yeah. So I messaged him, and I was like, "Yo, you know, we got this track. Can I send it to you? You want to do it?" He's like, "Yeah, send it through." So I sent it to him. I mean, he didn't charge us. He didn't do anything like that. He loved the track.
Shout out to Smurf. He's a good guy.
Man, he's a great guy, bro. And he sent it back to us. You know, we were super.
After this, I'm gonna react to #1 Stunner. Yeah, I'm gonna react to that. That sounds near. I ain't seen anybody. Yeah, I'm gonna react to that. I got y'all.
Stoked about that. Put the track out, and then we hit him up, and we were like, "Hey, you want to do a video? Like, we'll drive to Memphis and do a video with you." And then, you know, Smurf was like, "Nobody does that."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
off that alone, he was like, "Nobody's ever hit me up to do shit in real life. Y'all are the first people."
Yeah.
So that's why he really fucked with us.
That goes a long way for sure.
Really
like that connection is different.
And then after
DM
that, that's
combo,
when he
you know?
contacted us and was like, "Yo, y'all want to ride with me to Sesh Hollow Waterboy show, and you know, we'll do Fuck a Hoe."
Yeah.
And he gave us that opportunity to, you know, touch the stage and do that song with him, and then, you know,
and we saw like we were sitting on that show. Nobody knew who the fuck I was. Nobody was telling me what's up.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't know who the fuck we were, and I remember hating that feeling, being like, man, I don't want to be this guy in the background. You know what I'm saying?
You want to prove yourself.
Yeah, fuck this. Like, I can do this
another
shit
hunger
too.
thing, you know?
Right.
And it was just to see, like, Zay and Bones and Chris
Just to see
and
the
all
crowd
them and Eddie
screaming their lyrics
do
back
their
at him. I
thing.
was like,
And seeing how
fuck
far
yeah.
they've made it in a short ass
inspirational,
period of
bro.
time.
Super. Even
Definitely.
to see Jay and Smurf and all them on
The
stage.
first time he saw Jay, he was like, what the fuck does Jay Green?
Because you got to say, I've been listening to Jay since, like, 2008.
Oh,
I've
really?
been knowing
Okay.
about Jay for a long time, since, like, Codeine Dreams and all that shit. And he was on Traps and Trunks and all this shit. So I've been fucking with Jay for a long time.
Introduce yourself, Jay.
Yo.
OJ Green.
Yo, Jay Green.
Jay Green.
Yo, how did Puya find out about you guys, or how did they start showing up?
Apparently, like, I don't know. Apparently, he just liked our music. We found out because he commented on one of our videos saying, like, this is fire.
Right.
And it said, like, Puya. And we thought it was just bullshit. We're like, all right, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
saw the YouTube channel was Buffet Boys, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Is he really like our
And then
stuff?
he made a tweet.
Yeah, then he said something about Suicide Boys, and he did too. He had
So did
tweeted,
Jay.
yeah. So we were like, oh shit. Then he had hit us up and like, yo, I really fuck with your stuff. Like, you want to do a song together? And that's how we did Southside Suicide.
I sent him like I
5
wanted
songs.
Yeah. I didn't want it to just be like, you know, some track where we had an open verse and it's just like put a verse on.
We
it.
want it to be fun
like
as fuck.
whenever we make music with people, we like truly envision what we can see them on and like try to make a good product. We're not trying to ride nobody's coattail or anything like that.
We're not trying to
Like,
get put on.
We just want to make some great music. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I enjoy your music. Let's make music together. Like, see what
And that's
see what we come
how
up with.
Southside Suicide came out.
But so
with
how did
the-
they go from being one song to being a whole little mini tape?
I got that.
All right, go ahead.
I sent him 3 tracks to choose from.
He
And
liked them all.
He hit me back instantly. He was like, "Let me do all of them." And I'm like, can't do that, bro. That's like for our tape we're about to drop, High Tide and the Snake's Nest. And he was like, "Word, okay." And I was like, "Well, pick one." And he picked Southside Suicide. And then from there, you know, he was like, let's do a fucking EP together, you know.
And so when he said that, you were probably like really fucking shocked, right?
I was telling my fucking
big ass
dad,
fan
bro.
base.
And
trying to
my dad-
explain
my
him,
dad's
showing him
like,
pictures of Puya on Google.
Yeah. I'm like, Dad, blah, blah. And
To be
he
honest-
don't know who the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Jerry, I'm sorry for talking about your dad like this in front of you. It must be kind of awkward for you.
To be honest, like, Krez was telling me that Puya jammed us the whole time on tour, which is still hard for me to believe.
That's
that, like,
crazy, yeah.
I still have a hard time believing that people actually fuck with my music. Because, like, for so long in the punk scene, I just got shit on for, like, 10 years.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Just trying my hardest, nobody liked it. So now that people, like, actually fuck with my music, I'm just like, what? Especially, like, my friends. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is weird.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I saw you guys tweet at one point. You said something like, "There's not a lot of people in the rap game that'll work with somebody below them to help them out without getting a reward or
Not
like
at all.
money or a feature
And
or
that's
whatever."
evident. You can look at everything, man. And nobody does.
Kind of speakers I listen to on you. What's the name? I don't really got speakers. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't got speakers, bro. I just use like my like if I'm just bumping music, I either use my AirPods or my Beats. But now I'm just using like my desktop. I speak on my desktop for real.
Does that? Nobody reaches below them.
Exactly, yeah. Unless they have a financial incentive to do it, like they sign the dude or they're getting some money from it or whatever.
Puya genuinely liked our stuff and he reached down to us and man, like I can't thank him enough for for what he's done and fucking with us.
No, definitely. But I think the reason why that doesn't happen so much is because people are afraid that, especially in the rap game, that you put somebody on, it can not only surpass, but they can turn into your enemy.
True. You power them up, and then they could turn.
Look at Lil Wayne and Birdman. Like,
exactly. Yep.
So I think that's why that doesn't happen so much. Is there's a lot of snakes in the industry.
And the interview fire, bro. I fuck with it. Like there's a lot of they're having like a deep ass conversation, bro. Like it's not no boring ass interview and shit. They're having a deep ass conversation. Like I'm getting to know about them. Like bro, when I did that first video, first time reacting to suicide, that's when I became a fan. I'm getting to know these niggas. So this is a cool interview for real. It really gave me vibes of the X interview, XXX Tentacion interview, because that was a good ass interview too. This is definitely a good ass interview, bro.
Thin line between love and hate for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one little thing goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's all thrown away.
Right.
Yeah, and that's like so you describe that as like the biggest thing that happened in terms of you guys like really starting to get your fan base up.
Yeah,
definitely,
absolutely,
for
man.
sure.
Nice.
Absolutely.
He opened up like this whole audience for us, and like a lot of people found out about us through that one song with Puya.
Right.
So shout out Puya, love you. I'm gonna give you a big hug when I meet you for the first time.
We still haven't seen him, bro.
But he's supposed to come here, right?
All right, look, we just met Ramirez, who's part of G59.
Yeah.
We just met him in person like a week ago. Jay, I met last year, but now we've been chilling for like the last week. Ghost, I met through Smurf, just tagging along on tour, and I just met Germ like 2 days ago.
2 days
Same
ago,
with
that's
Nick.
crazy.
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah.
Dude, they're all just like, man, the most genuine, sincere guys I've met, man. You know, I hit Nick up. Nick's never seen me before in person in my life.
Right.
You know, he hasn't been working with us like Puya, but it's like, hey, we're in LA. You know, we need a place to crash for broke. And Nick just fucking
not even
opens his
blinked an
door.
eye.
Like, yeah, no hesitation.
There's like six of us sleeping on his floor. Like he doesn't.
And he just got that place like 2 days ago.
Yeah, man,
that's
they're all great, man. I mean, Germ, I can't sing their praises enough, bro, because they're really good, genuine people, bro.
Yeah,
really.
that's amazing. That's really good to hear. Like, you know, nice, kind-hearted stories. Hey, all the kids out there, if you're an aspiring rapper, hit up Puya, hit up Nick. They'll let you stay at their house. All of you, every single last one of you.
I have his number if you guys want.
Yeah. We'll put Puya's phone number on the screen right here.
555.
Don't call after midnight, depending on what time zone you're in. It'll be fine. Hey, so what probably a lot of people want to know is like, how did you develop your aesthetic in terms of musically? Like, you guys have a very unique sound. You guys are dark. The videos are dark. What influenced you to become like that?
To be honest, like, all right, I've always been into like depressing ass music. I'm naturally just a depressed person. Like, I don't wake up every day like, oh wow, what a new day. I have to like convince myself. Like,
it's
not
not
gonna
a
be that
gimmick,
bad.
man.
It's not a gimmick. People think like, oh, fucking edgy, cringy, like gimmicky. Like, no, fuck y'all. Whoever's saying that. Like, this is like what I rap about is like the shit that I go through. And like even before rap, the music I was making was, you know, just emotional shit, like what I was going through, what I'm feeling. You know. That's it for me, I guess.
I mean, the whole like Suicide Boys came about from we were doing solo stuff. Like Adi had a mixtape out called Pluto.
God, don't tell him about that.
Oh shit!
But
speaking of Future, here
I know.
I didn't even know this was blurry. Shit. Good looks. Didn't even peep. Alright, it's good now. Chill out, bro. You know damn well you want to subscribe to all my videos look like that. You don't even know what I look like. All my videos are that blurry and shit.
I didn't listen to Future at the time.
But we were doing solo stuff, but we're still G59, you know.
We would do like his release would be like in April, then we would work on my stuff the next month, and then we would focus on him next, and then we realized that was kind of stupid.
Well, we did some songs together, man, and they were just they were real strong.
Smoke a Sack is the first song we ever did together.
Then when we were apart, so and then how did the name come about?
Yeah, that's what I
remind me.
The suicide thing? Well, all right, we were gonna do like.
Was it my ex or you came up with?
Well, we were doing two separate things, like you said, and we were gonna do like, hey, why don't we do like all these like trill like screwed up beats and called the EP Trill Clinton, and it would be both of us. And
like
then
a bunch of Texas sound and shit.
Right.
Then he started making a bunch of horror shit, and we're like, damn, let's do another one on a different tip and call that Black Suede.
Okay.
So we kept coming up with all these little projects, but we were still two separate people. So eventually we just said, fuck it. And he had a song called Suicide, and that song was doing like really good numbers. So we just started calling each other Suicide Boys.
Yeah.
So it was not a reference to the Suicide Girls?
No.
I
actually played a punk show with the Suicide Girls stripping, which was kind of tight, but no,
really?
nothing to do with
Dude,
that.
the whole shitty part about it is like I didn't know about
I didn't even put two and two together. I knew about Suicide
Because
Boys.
that shit is fucking played out now.
Nobody cares.
They interviewed me. I went on the Suicide Girls podcast.
No shit.
Oh, did you?
Not great. Yeah. You can Google it. It's out there.
I knew about Suicide Boys,
I
but
will.
I didn't like put two and two together.
But I mean, yeah.
People will tag us as like Suicide Boys Official, which is the actual Suicide Boys page.
Worst, man.
So they'll go to that, and it's a bunch of like naked dudes with tattoos.
Oh, wow.
But
I never even thought about that there is a real Suicide Boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole way, and so the Suicide Boys thing came together, and we realized we used to be out locally, like handing out CDs, doing that whole thing, and then it took a lot of trial and error before we realized like this whole internet rap thing that was going on and the power of the internet and that SoundCloud had at the time. So we just started like utilizing that, and just, I mean, we would go, just to be completely honest, we'd go and just like follow the max limit of people that we could follow.
We've all been
to
there.
get them, yeah. I mean, we started out just like,
well,
but
it really didn't hit home for me until somebody told me that locally, we were trying to push the local shit. We're like, we'll conquer New Orleans first, then we'll go to Baton Rouge, conquer that, then we'll conquer Louisiana, then we'll do the Southeast and the whole country. But somebody told me that's stupid because locally, that's the last place you're going to get put on.
Right.
Like, people aren't going to fuck with you locally until
your shit online starts to look good.
And it's true. To this day, we don't know in New Orleans if anybody even knows who we are.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. Like, if you play a show in New Orleans.
We haven't.
We think now, based on the response from Twitter,
we might get a crowd. But
we could maybe
we
pack
played
like
one
a
show.
200
We played one show in New Orleans like a year ago. Remember that?
The one we won the contest money?
Yeah, it was a stupid contest thing, won like $1,000.
What was it, like a freestyle contest or something?
No, it was like an open mic thing.
Yeah, 8 Mile.
We took the whole like punk element to it, and like we were just like hopping around, like just going ape shit. So like we won that shit like no contest.
The whole like aesthetic thing is like Adi really does suffer with depression and shit like that. I'm a real life junkie. You know what I'm saying?
So you too? You do a lot of pills and shit?
He takes the cake with that shit. I mean,
so you fuck around with it a little bit?
I dabble, yeah. I fuck around.
He's very good at being. He's very good.
Well, see, because
recreationally doing it. Okay.
I mean, everybody slips sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Even including myself. Sometimes you realize like, whoa, shit, I need to chill out on this.
Right.
But I try to check myself first. So
I don't
can
have
help
that
check
off
him.
button.
He doesn't have that off button, so I got to be there for him and like support him as well.
My frontal lobe is just gone after years.
Like he said, he's been doing this for like more than 10 years. So like I have to. I helped him get off. I don't know if I can say
heroin.
I had to get off the run. So
heroin. What was that like? And for how many years did you do that?
Well, that was like okay. After my job had stopped,
he had no reason not to.
I had tried getting off of like the Roxys and Oxys and all that shit, and I made it about 20 days. And then, it was another day. I didn't get no sleep because, when you go through those withdrawals, bro, you don't get any sleep, man. Right. So, I mean, I was like 20 days up, just like going out of my mind. So, I remember that morning, 7 o'clock, I was like, you know what, fuck this. Like, if this is being sober, I don't fucking want it and I don't care for it. And I went out and I got some Roxys and I was able to do that for a couple weeks, but they started cracking down on pills. I don't know if anybody remers.
I remember when they fucked up the coating on the oxys.
Yeah, they started fucking around. So I knew.
I'm gonna sound like a junkie too because I know that.
I knew everybody was gonna start moving to H, and sure enough, that's what started.
Always. Where I'm from, everybody dying from like Boston area, like in New Hampshire, in New England. Yo. Just the other day, a kid I walked to school with died of fucking heroin overdose.
Yeah, I've
all
known
the time.
like literally 20 people like my age that have died of overdosing.
Yeah,
there's
I got
a
a couple
huge heroin
friends
problem
that
in New Orleans.
Right.
But
shout
out to BG.
Shout out.
Yeah. I moved up. Of course. I mean, you can't get your pills, bro. You got to do something. So
right.
It's easier.
It's easier to get. Right.
I got that, and I started snorting it, and everything. I'm what you call a functioning addict. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be able to. I'm not gonna be ducked out, passed out somewhere.
Ignoring calls and shit.
I can function. So we're doing our thing, and I'm doing Ron. I'm snorting it and all that. But it got bad when it got to the point where I had to start shooting it up because I wasn't feeling. My friend was like, "Dude, you shoot it up. It lasts longer." Blah blah blah. So it got to that point, and I mean, shit, man. First time you shoot heroin up, you know what I'm saying? I refer to it as like talking to God. You know,
It's that crazy.
I mean, I can't explain it. You know, besides getting a morphine drip at the hospital.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you can barely remember that shit.
But yeah, I started shooting up, man. It got to the point where I was shooting up like 5 times a day. And I wasn't doing music anymore. You know, I was just like, I became a hermit. Like, the only time I would leave the house is to go meet my friend by the gas station, buy a gram a day, which was like $200. Have him shoot me up.
200 a day?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Have him shoot me up because I couldn't do it myself.
Really?
Go home and duck out. And, you know, it got to the point where he was like, yo, bro, like, if you don't quit this shit, we can't do this shit.
Yeah, so what do you have to do to help him?
He just he gave me my space and supported me.
Look, the thing that I told him is that I'm never gonna judge you for it.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna like get mad at you for like slipping up. I just don't want you to lie to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can slip up. I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? You junkie. I'm never gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna judge you. Everybody does what they do.
And I've lied to him a lot, but well,
there was a point where
hard.
he was lying to me, and then I told him like, look, if we cross this bridge one more time and you lie to me again, like I straight up am done with Suicide Boys.
Right.
I did my own fucking thing. Like that's it. I'm done. I gave you your chances.
It's hard though, bro. When you're an addict and you're in that position,
right?
You know, people say, "Oh, just be upfront with me," but that's very hard.
He
It's
would
very
cry,
hard.
straight up. He would cry, like,
it's very hard.
Because at
upfront.
one point I was like, well, I'm your fucking cousin. You've known me for life. Why can't you just be honest with me? And he would cry, being like, because even though
I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah,
I don't want to disappoint him.
Exactly.
When did you feel like you actually were safe and you weren't going to be doing H anymore?
He went through like me and his dad kind of made him like sit on the couch and just go through.
Yeah, bro. What's the name, right? Yo, we won. Right, yo, them drugs is no joke, bro. Like they do some things to you, bro. Like they do some things to you, bro. Like them drugs is no joke, bro. Like if you gonna smoke, bro, like smoke weed or something. Like you just gotta be careful, bro. Like, cause people can lace heroin in your weed and shit like that. And people can lace your weed. So really, yo, don't do nothing at all. Like just chill, bro. Drink water, work out. Like chill, bro. Just chill. Like just chill. It's not. Drugs not worth it, bro. I never did drugs a day in my life. Only smoked weed, like probably like 6 times out of my life for real. I'm not no big weed smoker. I don't never pop no pills. Never shot nothing up. None of that shit, bro. I'm not in there. None of that shit. None of that shit, bro. Nope. Nah, bro.
Through the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like just go through the withdrawals, and then he got on the Suboxone, which helped a lot.
Okay, so that's like the
Suboxone is like a methadone, right? But it's a newer version, opiate blocker. And it just
to do H, he would not feel it if he was on Suboxone.
Right. And it keeps you from feeling like shit. Like all those chemicals that are so unbalanced in your brain now, because of that, it takes away the cravings. You know, just because when you come off of that shit, man, you just feel empty. You feel like something's missing. I mean, it's very hard to describe to someone if they haven't been through it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through outpatient rehabs. I've been through a bunch of stuff, and the only time I've seemed to be good and steady is when I'm on a maintenance like Suboxone. Because I've even tried getting off Suboxone, and I mean, granted, the rehab did it wrong when they tapered me. They tapered me way too quick.
It was really fast.
I had
like a month?
tremors. Yeah, they tapered me down within a month. And I was having tremors and shaking and all that shit again.
Really?
But, one day, I do hope,
you aspire to one day be able to like
absolutely.
leave all the pills
I don't want
behind?
the kids or anybody that looks up to us
to think that heroin's cool.
To think that like what I'm talking about is like, I'm just trying to be as genuine as I can. Because when I talk about it, I do have a love for it.
Him bragging, he's not really bragging about being a junkie. He's just accepting himself for who he is.
And I have a love for it. And, I do aspire to, like, one day fucking, be completely
When we're comfortable
off
enough
the
and we
shit.
don't have to like keep grinding and making music as much as
Right,
we are now.
but right now
we'll
I
send
got
him
shit
to
to
some
do.
fucking nice.
I can't afford to be
some
sick.
nice California rehab center we can get his dick sucked and get off.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say though. Is like, do you feel like a struggle in terms of like, on one hand, your music is your art, and you want to talk about what you're going through and what your life is, and on the other hand, you don't want to be talking about some fucked up shit and glamorizing it for the kids.
Nah, because my little brother, honestly, shout out my little brother Slim Gucci. He's a little up and coming producer. He's part of G59. He produced our latest video, To Have or To Have Not. 13 years old. He listens to it. He's a big fan of our music. He understands it. You know, he knows what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from. Maybe because he knows me personally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He knows I'm not this like fucking bad guy that's like this, you know, horrible junkie that'll go and steal from you and all this
But were
shit.
you at that point where you were a piece of shit?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we used to stick people up. We used to rob them and shit like that. Like, we'd post ads on Craigslist. People come by with cash to, like, buy an iPad or something. You know, they come in and, we just
hit a lick.
fucking dark the lights out and take what they have.
Damn. That's crazy.
But I'm open with him about that. He knows
he knows
that,
everything.
You know?
Like, and as far as the music shit goes, we told each other like we weren't gonna hold back. Like, we're gonna express everything, and whether people take it the wrong way or not, that's on you.
Do you feel like kids do take it the wrong way sometimes?
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, I had a line in Fuck the Population song where I said, burn a cigarette in my wrist. That's that seventh word shit. And now I get Snapchats like all the time. People like burning themselves with cigarettes.
Really?
And I told him, I was like, look, do it if you want to, but just be careful because like you can burn your veins and that's not good.
Yeah. I mean, but most of it,
because basically,
I think people like us so much. If I may, I mean, not being evil.
Fact, bro, this interview is really not boring because they not holding nothing back, bro. They saying everything up front. They ain't holding nothing back. Like, the No Jumper interviews in 2015, 16, 17, stuff like that, bro. That's when it was like no filter, bro. Like, they was just saying anything. But now, like, they really gotta like be careful about what they say because, like, you know, YouTube is on, like, YouTube is for the children and stuff like that, so they gotta watch what they say and stuff like that. You know.
Statistical, but because they can relate to us on such a deep personal level, because what we're talking about is like really deep and strong and shit that grabs you, not just in the bottle popping clubs or I'm better than you and you ain't shit.
Right.
Like, we're on some like real. So the support has been like people being like, dude, if it wasn't for your music, like, I wouldn't have gotten through this day. I wouldn't have gotten through this year. I wouldn't have gotten through this.
We used to fear that, like, oh shit, what if like somebody actually does kill themselves listening to our music? But we've actually gotten a lot of the exact opposite reaction.
Right.
People saying like, yo, dude, my mom died last week and y'all dropped that.
It's like, damn, I'm not alone.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing too, is that there's, you know, at least like 40 years worth of musicians addicted to heroin making music that you know, there's plenty of other dudes out there that they could look up to as well. I mean,
and there's really no emotion in rap, and that's something that we try to provide, is because, like, hey, at the end of the day, even though you think you're a superstar, we're all fucking human, man. You do feel sad sometimes, like you do feel angry sometimes.
Absolutely.
Like,
well, it's interesting too, since this is an underlying theme, is that with like Future, like, he's a huge mainstream rapper that talks a lot about doing pills and stuff.
But I don't think a lot of people catch on to that.
But
though.
no, I think they do.
Some of it.
No, mainstream wise,
I think they do, and I think that's why Future has this, like, remember how Lil Wayne was just popping when he was flooding and he was on drugs and shit like that? I think that's why, even though Future's on this mainstream level right now, he's talking about that shit where, like, you know, I'm not going to give up the dirty for you.
Yeah.
You know, like, I've been in that situation. Like, when he says shit like that in a song, I'll get chills to where I've told a girl, like, I'm not giving this up for you. So, yeah, I think, you know, along with his catchy-ass song. I think people do catch those lines and relate to them, on a subconscious level.
I meant more of, like, radio listeners. I don't think they're just listening to it.
His big hits usually aren't the ones that are directly referencing drugs, but then again, the album is called Dirty Spray. Like, I mean, but at the same time, like, it's weird because lean is not looked down upon that much, whereas it's like very similar chemically to doing heroin or to doing Xans and all this shit.
It's very as far as like on the scale. Let's say heroin's up here.
Yeah, because you tell me, I've fucked around a little bit with lean and popping pills, but I don't really know.
I'm a pharmacist.
Yeah.
Heroin's up here, lean's right here. Because you're talking codeine in it.
Okay.
You know? Codeine's not that strong. I mean, for fuck's sake, it comes in Tylenol 3.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, and on top of that, you got promethazine in there, which is, you know, Finnegan. It's like some stomach medicine, but it has that hydrochloride, that Benadryl and all that. NyQuil has in it that makes you sleepy, you know. So, yeah, it's not that bad of a drug. I mean, as far as like...
It can get bad.
It's different.
Yeah.
It can, I mean, they've had, you know, people that die off that shit.
I got to a point when I was sipping where I didn't want Cipline anymore. I just wanted to sip straight hydrocodone.
Which is like hydrocodone.
Yeah, which is like sipping, you know, straight Norco pills or, you know, Lortab, shit like that.
Let's talk about the Xans, because that's like the trendiest drug these days, and everybody who's ever done one knows exactly why they're so scary.
Oh, get out of here.
Why do you say that?
I don't like Xans.
Have you tried it and you hate it, or
I just don't like it. I don't get it.
He likes it every night. He recreates.
I mean,
again,
look, if I got nothing else, I'll pop a Xan. But like, I'm not gonna be itching for Xans. I can keep the fucking Xans.
See, me on the other hand,
Yo, anybody needs comments, bro. Yeah, he did say codeine is not that strong. It don't seem like it, bro, because there's people dying from codeine and going crazy over codeine, liver failures and stuff like that. But the question I was gonna ask: have anybody in the that's in here right now did Xans before? Like anybody in here, anybody in here, y'all do Xans before? If y'all did, tell me what was the feeling? Like what was the experience? I'm never gonna do that shit. I'm too scared. I'm too pussy, bro. I'm scared I'm gonna die or some shit, bro. I'm not doing it. But if y'all did Xans before, bro, tell me. I want to know what was it like for you?
I have bad anxiety.
Right.
Yeah, he actually needs the Xans.
So do you feel like you don't have anxiety in the same way?
No, I don't. No.
Are you more attracted to like Adderall or something that's upper?
I technically have ADHD. I take Vyvanse and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, I love that shit too. Yeah.
You just like everything?
Especially mixing them.
Yeah.
But I mean,
the mix. One time, that's fucking. Once you're doing the Adderall and the Xans together and shit, and you're just flying.
I've done
it's
it
just,
so much.
Oh my god, that's scary. I probably did that once or twice, and it's just
Adderall and drinking is pretty crazy.
Xans pretty much.
Yeah, because you don't get tired of drinking. You just keep.
Well, it's the same thing as drinking on Coke. It's like just snorting Coke and then drinking and snorting Coke is a different ball game.
Right.
But it's crazy because drinking and snorting Coke is like every fucking person in LA all the time. That's just so standard, normal combination that it's almost like you forget that you put them together. I forget what the fucking drug that is formed when they come together, but it is way more powerful than doing either one on their own.
Right. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That, it turns into a different chemical together in your brain once you combine alcohol and cocaine. Yeah, it's crazy.
What would you?
Damn, bro. Had a seizure. Made something that was recently, I landed in the ER and had to stay in the mental hospital 7 days. Thank God he's still alive. Hope you getting better too, yeah. Shit ain't no joke. Shit, not no joke, bro. Hope you get better. Hope you did get better, bro. Hope you not doing that no more. Cool now.
You say to some 16-year-old kid out there who probably sees a lot of people as friends and shit doing Xanax and doing this kind of stuff.
I've actually told them before, stay away from that shit.
Yeah, same here.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah,
same here. I've told them that too. I'm not prescribed Xans, but when I can get them, I get them. I try to keep myself at a safe point to where I don't get hooked on them.
He knows when he's he's taking Xans 3 days in a row, he'll chill out for 3 days.
Right. But at the same rate, man,
My bad, bro. I heard something, bro. I thought somebody hit my car or some shit. I was about to go crazy real quick. I thought somebody hit my car. My bad.
It's hard to tell these kids, if you're doing Xans as a trend and shit like that.
Stupid.
I mean, come on, yeah. But I mean, I understand the ones that hit me up and they feel like they're coming out of their skin, or they can't go out in public, or they're just.
That's a different story. That's a medical condition.
It's a way different.
But you should go see a doctor. You should you should work on your mind mentally. Like that's honestly
you
for me.
You should go see a doctor. Absolutely.
Right. Or you should like honestly for me like. Sometimes I'll get that urge, like I feel like I want to fucking pop a pill or do something, but instead I'll go fucking run around the block. I'll exercise. I'll fucking like get a really good night's sleep.
Dude, that's a great thing.
Dude,
that's a great thing that you do, man.
Yeah.
I would ride my bike like for about maybe an hour and a half, and when I get home, like 30 minutes later, it feels like
he's
I'm
on a
popping
pain
Norco.
pill.
Exactly. That exhaustion. Like
kids, did you hear that? Exercise makes you feel like you're on fucking Norco.
It does. It's almost like the same thing. It's a similar feeling.
It's the endorphins.
What I've learned in rehab is, it's the same thing. It's the natural way your body is supposed to release those, like, oh, damn, I feel good chemicals.
Exactly.
It's through food, sex, and exercise. And once you start to replace that with something that automatically gives it to you,
with no work,
that's when your
effort,
frontal lobe, stops producing those things, and drugs and alcohol just completely take over your frontal lobe.
And that's the crazy thing, is that it's like everybody fucking feels anxiety. Everybody feels awkward in public, at a certain point.
Mine's on a different. Mine's like panic attack. I feel like I need to go to the hospital because I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah, we've been in crowds to where like he'd be like, "Hey, you got this," and like he would like just bounce real quick because like he needed to get away.
Yeah, I mean that's
not gonna lie, bro. I have anxiety. I had like bad anxiety, bro. Like crazy, bro. When I would like have attacks, bro. Like it was bad. I was taking pills at some point, for real. I was taking pills at some point, but it wasn't like no major pills. It would just like help me with my anxiety and shit like that. And like, because I really go crazy, like not really like crazy, but it would be like, I don't know, y'all. I couldn't be myself, bro. Like, I couldn't be myself. Like, I was, I don't know, I was just hella nervous, bro. I couldn't be myself. None of that shit, bro. Then, I just like, I started talking to this girl. Shout out to her. Started talking to this girl, for real. She started helping me, like, yo, you don't need to do that. Like, try to, like, be yourself type shit. And, like, try to, like, work on yourself. Like, you don't need pills to, like, help you with this and that. Then after, like, she started talking to me and shit like that, like, it was, like, I stopped taking them. I was like, fuck it. I just stopped taking them. I don't take them no more. I'm like, fuck them. I just be to myself. Just chill out. Like, try to go on runs for real, skateboard. Just chill, bro. Like, try to, like, if y'all gonna do something like that, bro, try to find somebody you can talk to. Try to find somebody you can relate to. Try to find somebody that can fucking help you out, like, with that situation and shit like that. Because them shits be serious, bro. Like, they really be, it be fucking you up mentally, bro. Like, bro, them shits be fucking you up mentally, bro. Like, try to find somebody that can, like, that fuck with you, that, like, keep it 100. Really, like, help you out. Cause she really helped me out, bro. She really helped me out, and she made me stop taking them pills. I just be chilling, bro. That's just like a little message from me to you, for real. Yeah.
That's the level I'm at with it.
But that's like one thing that a lot of young kids might not understand necessarily, is that even if you're fucking cool as hell, even if you've been to a million different parties, bars when you're older and everything like that, that feeling of like not feeling right when you're in public, that is just every fucking human being has that to a certain extent. And if you don't have that at all, then you're really fucking lucky. You should probably be a fucking movie star or something.
No, true shit. That's true shit.
Absolutely.
All right, let's change the topic. Everybody wants to know what your religious beliefs are, so let's all talk shit about religion for a little bit.
All right,
I'll let you go first.
God is dead.
Yeah. Well, God was never alive, so he probably ain't dead. But
no, I used to be like, I was raised religious, I guess. And then when I started listening to like Joking Victim and shit, that's when I started like questioning stuff. And I remember like some high school teacher was telling me like, don't ever read something and take it for what it is. Like, look at the time it was written. Look at where it was written. All that kind of shit. Who wrote it? Like, look at all that kind of stuff and question what it is. No matter what it is. Whether it's the Bible, the newspaper, anything.
Question everything.
Everything. So after that, I started, like, really, like, I would, like, sit in my room and, like, read these fucking books about, like, you know, conspiracy theories. I read, like, Culture of Make-Believe and Behold the Pale Horse and all this shit. And I got super into that shit at a young age, which was kind of uncomfortable for my parents, but they've accepted it now. But I don't believe in God. I don't. We use the devil as a representation of fuck organized religion, and we also use the devil as a representation of money.
Right.
To where, yeah. To where, like,
we're not talking about literal devil.
So let me know, bro. Y'all believe in God? I do. I believe in God, bro. I'm not really like a religious, like, go to church every Sunday or Saturday and stuff like that. But I do believe in them. Like, I do believe in them. Let me know what y'all are. Like, y'all believe in them? Y'all don't believe them? Let me know.
When we say we sell our souls to the devil, we're talking about how you need money in this world to survive. And we're selling our soul just to get this fucking money and survive.
Selling your time, selling your life, essentially. Yeah, yo, because that at the end of the day, like, there's rational inquiry and, like, wanting to find out the truth, and then there's belief. And religion's all about belief. Religion teaches you this is what it is, and if you have any doubts about this, your doubts are wrong. Yeah, faith. And faith is the enemy. Faith is the worst thing in the world because, you know, faith is just believing something without evidence, and believing something without evidence is always going to be the dumbest thing you can fucking do.
I agree with the whole faith bullshit. Okay, I agree with faith. All right, say your mom has cancer and she's dying. I think that you should have faith that she's going to live. Again, with the positive shit and putting positive thoughts into the universe, that can work. But having faith in something that somebody tells you is there, and if you don't do this, this is going to happen in hell and heaven and sins, that's all bullshit.
Yeah, especially because we're not talking about, like, I have faith that there's a God out there and that there's somebody who cares about the world or whatever. Like, that doesn't offend me, because that, if you need that to get through your fucking day, fine.
I agree with
you. But
you
when you start talking about, I believe in this 2,000-year-old book and Jesus is going to come back from the dead and all this bullshit, it's like, use your fucking head. Look into it. Like, try to find out something, you know?
I get mind-boggled about how people can just... Like, how can you be that fucking dumb? I don't get it.
Especially in this generation.
Exactly. When you have the fucking internet, dude.
There's so much info out there, man.
That's what we was talking about.
What?
Like last week.
About the religion and shit?
About how do they know what he said when they wasn't around?
Exactly.
Dude,
and the religion, the Bible's not even claiming that this book was necessarily written by God. Like, if that book with all this bullshit about how you can kill your slaves and stoning people to death and all this bullshit, if that is the book that God came up with, that he instructed people to write, and there's something really wrong with God.
And people live by that.
Look at the Old Testament versus the New Testament. It's two different things.
And it pisses me off.
Chill, bro. This is my little cousin. Yo, chill. Chill.
I'm dead.
Chill, bro. This is my little cousin.
I put this on a charger.
Off that they try to wipe that Old Testament slate clean just by saying, but look at the New Testament.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, the Old Testament straight up says, like, look at Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, it's okay for God to fucking just slay a whole fucking population. That's genocide, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
You're preaching genocide. So, of course, you have motherfuckers to this day that agree with that.
Right.
Because they're raised on this bullshit.
And religion is dangerous because we see it all the time with this ISIS shit. We see it all the time with the dudes shooting up the Planned Parenthood. That's like, I think religious beliefs really are dangerous when people believe them and actually put them into effect.
Yeah. I think, like, really, like 99% of the world's problems are because of organized religion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
you look throughout history.
Oh, throughout the beginning of time.
But
I'm sorry to cut you off. But you ever seen the movie Zeitgeist?
I saw it back in the day. I need to rewatch it.
You should rewatch it because they talk about the first segment.
I haven't watched it either yet.
That's one of my favorite movies. The first segment is about how even before Jesus, they had, you know, messiahs and Jesus-type figures, and even Noah and Moses. They had these type of figures through all sorts of cultures that you haven't even heard of. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, exactly. Like,
there's so many religions that have the same exact, like a virgin mother, a savior.
Exactly. And what the thing is, what they're trying to say is Jesus was not a person. What Jesus was a representation of the sun, literally the sun in the sky, light, life. Like, you can see, you can hunt, you can do everything. And that was what that was supposed to be. And nighttime was supposed to be darkness. Like, you can't see, it's scary. Like, you need to, like, put a fire to survive and, like, cover
Because you think
yourself.
about how scary it must have been to exist as a fucking caveman
Exactly.
2,000 years ago. You needed religion because you didn't have Google to rely on to figure out how the world worked. You see a fucking rainstorm coming, and you're like, what the fuck is that? It's going to, you know,
Here's
you
the
have
thing.
no way to make
And
sense of it.
I'm not trying to down the South, but
religion's very different.
Just like
down there,
I was raised from, you know, typical Louisiana, conservative, right wing, like
Everybody
Christian
in the world
values.
is Catholic. It's a Catholic
You know,
city.
and let's be honest here, the South is kind of behind on everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just they're the last in health and education. I mean, a lot of things that matter. You know,
highest in
and
unemployment.
you know, I think a part of them being so into religion, it's a lot of backwoods out there, and they don't have this access to
It's an
information.
easy answer. It's an easy answer.
Right. They don't have this access to information. you
Nor
know?
do they want to access the information.
No, and that's true too. Nor do they want to access that information. But I mean, the South is crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like,
You feel that? Do you feel like it's a lot more low key when you come out to LA and shit?
Oh man.
When we come to LA, like, it's kind of weird because I'm
You
not.
can smoke weed on the street. You
No,
can,
that's
you know.
fucking how smoking weed is in LA is how drinking alcohol is in New Orleans.
Really?
You can
Right.
I can walk around with a fucking bottle of Jack Daniels like a handle and nobody will give me shit. I can go to a playground and do that shit. But you got a weed
yeah, dude,
charge.
you be an alcoholic in
I've been
the
arrested
South in
twice for weed.
Louisiana, and you're okay. You know what I'm saying? But you smoke weed. Oh my God.
I
you're
got
a
arrested
junkie.
twice for like 2 grams.
Right.
And I was facing 5 years in jail.
And any rational fucking human being could understand that weed's a lot safer than alcohol. So it pisses me off that like when you are somewhere where drinking's not a big deal and weed is fucking public enemy number one.
Right.
This doesn't make sense.
Let's talk about cigarettes.
Oh yeah, and even there, yeah. Like,
Cigarettes are cool. Like
way
Andre
more
3000
dangerous.
said, marijuana's illegal, but cigarettes are cool.
I mean, like Louisiana. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is #1 incarceration
it is
place in the world.
In the
right?
world.
Yeah.
In the world.
I mean,
yeah, and you know what's crazy though is back to the religion thing. It's just that like I got a fucking devil head tattooed on my hand. I got a burning church tattoo on my arm. It's symbols that are anti.
Let me see the burning church.
yeah.
Symbols that are anti-religious are like. I got this when I moved down to Pensacola, Florida. Shout out to the South for a little while.
That's fire.
But yo, like the whole thing about it is that like anti-religious imagery is attractive to me because I saw as a kid how evil and how wrong religion was, you know? So it's like, to me, like the symbols of Satanism or whatever, I'm not a Satanist.
That's we're on the same page.
That's the whole
I like
Suicide
those
Boys
images because those represent the destruction of ignorance
Exactly.
and the propagation of fucking intelligent inquiry into what the world is. You know, that's what matters.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
bro.
you hit the nail on the head.
Have you guys ever gotten shit for that though? Because hip hop is traditionally kind of religious. Like,
I mean, yeah, but people, because we're white, I feel like people are like, oh, they're
they
just
expect
crazy
it more,
white
yeah.
boys. Yeah.
And you're not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
mainstream.
yeah.
You're not like kicking it with fucking
we're still
Kid
still,
Ink or something.
Yeah, right. I mean, we're still low key as shit. Yeah.
If you were on tour with Kid Ink, you might not want you saying
We
that.
got an email
Actually-
today. Coincidentally, we got an email today. Like I said, we mostly get support, but we got one today talking about like, are you guys serious with? I believe this person's sibling was a big fan of ours, and I'm not sure if this is true. I hope it's.
He
not.
didn't say what had happened.
Right, he didn't say. So I don't know if it was a joke or what, but you know, talking about like basically making it sound like they
Killed
themselves, and it was
But he didn't
because of
actually
our
say
music. Let me see real quick.
Well,
Because I want to get this story straight before I say something.
Because
like
if
that.
SoundCloud could make you take your own life, then maybe something else would have done it as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not trying to sound crazy, point fingers or anything. I just feel the need to let you guys know that your music is greatly influential. My brother Jared loved you guys to death. He would listen to your music on repeat along with a few other bands, but like his last week of his life was 90% of your albums. And I don't really want to sound like a crazy conservative nut or anything. I'm just deeply heartbroken. And then they quoted one of his lyrics saying, "So I cut my fucking wrist, feel like a puddle of piss. Suicide, death of me, who gives a fuck, no one." And then they said, "It is insanity, pure insanity. This world is already insane. Why feed into it? Why feed yourself a bunch of bad drugs and glorify it and to push and cheer for the end? I simply do not understand. You may as well smoke crack. I just want you to know you guys won. You have succeeded. At least my brother found comfort in your songs."
Well, I agree with the last sentence.
Yeah,
At least
I
he
mean,
found comfort in the
Oh,
songs.
no, they kept going.
Homie's
and-
missing the point of what we're trying to do here. We're not trying to say like the world is a fucked up place and let's all make it even more fucked up. We're saying the world is a fucked up place and this is how it makes me feel.
Right. And this is what I've gone through. And like, what could you possibly contribute to art or to music besides your own experience? Like, rap is full of people who are not speaking from their own experience and are talking a bunch of bullshit. Right. I mean, I understand what he's saying is that he feels like maybe you guys make it seem glamorous or whatever, but I mean, and that's up to you at a certain point to try to figure out how you want to express it and everything like that, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, man, because it's like I guess people aren't reading through the lines and see the symbolism. I mean, because it's depressing songs, but I mean, some of them have an uplifting feel to them and stuff like. You know
I think in a way
it's,
they all have an uplifting feel.
And it's not your responsibility to spell every single thing out in every single song.
Not at all.
You know,
not at all, man.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think a big part of art is pushing the boundaries. And,
exactly.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why we don't. If I'll say a line and I'll ask him,
it better, yeah.
I'll ask him like, "Hey, is this too fucked up? Like, should I not say this?" And he'll be like, "No, dude, say it. Like, we'll see what happens."
If you look at like all the great musicians throughout time, I mean, they all push boundaries to a certain extent because otherwise you're just doing what everybody else is doing, and that's boring.
Look at Elvis, and I fucking hate Elvis.
Exactly.
But like, look at Elvis, like just because of him shaking his hips, like everybody was like, "This is the devil's music," like all because it was in a way promoting sex, when really it's just dancing. Like,
right.
Stupid.
Or even somebody like fucking.
It's the mob mentality. Like everybody gets the same.
And they want something to blame it on.
Yeah, exactly. Scapegoats.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
They want something nice and simple for them to make sense of it from. You know.
Right.
Damn, that's fucking crazy that guy wrote that article. I wonder if we're gonna find that email.
That was literally today, man.
I wonder if we're gonna find out some crazy shit about that.
I hope not. Like, I hope everything's okay because like,
yeah,
it's not
I really
what to happen.
Yeah,
like,
not at all, man.
Because you know what? And I'm not saying this like in a fucked up way, but like, if somebody kills himself because of our music, that's one less listener. And I'm not looking at his numbers. I'm looking at it as like, I want people to listen to my music and enjoy it. And if somebody kills himself, why would I want that to happen? Why would I want my fan base to kill themselves? Like, then I'm expressing myself to fucking nobody.
Exactly.
Like, it's stupid.
I think this interview, you know, will be great to shed light on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because people have been asking us a lot of questions. I didn't want to answer them. I was going to let you ask them.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. Hey,
absolutely.
What is your life like on tour? You guys like being on tour a lot or what?
I'm used to the tour life because of the punk shit.
But is rap tour a little bit better than the punk tours?
It's the same fucking thing. A couple more bitches come up to me at the end of the night, but that's about it. Like,
it's rough, man. I mean, you're driving, let's say 8-9 hours out the day to get where you're going.
And
I mean, as soon as
tour
you
bus,
pull
right?
up,
It's a shitty little car or
I mean,
something,
we're in
right?
a fuck.
Do you think I would like it?
I'll get her to react to Suicide Boys. I don't think you're gonna like it. I don't think it's just type of music, but
I'm more of that young boy, like.
You want to?
Yeah. Like right now?
No, not right now. Like after this interview.
Okay.
I really don't think she's gonna like it, but
It is what it is.
we gonna make her react to it.
Fucking van.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You
7
pull
people
up,
crammed in a van.
You know, you do your performance, you hop out, you go to the hotel, you get a couple hours of sleep, and you do it
Like
all
literally,
over again.
Albuquerque, we drove 12 hours, and right as soon as we parked the van at the venue, we walked on stage, did the show, afterwards hung out with the fans, and they're all like, "Where's the after party?" And I'm like, "Dude, we don't like. We're
I'm
about
going
to
to
go home and
fucking
go to
bed.
sleep."
Yeah, I'm a grandpa, man. Like
He goes to bed at like 9 o'clock.
yeah,
at night.
yeah, and I'm a homebody. So you know, the tour, it's been a great experience. You know, but you know, at the end of the day, I am a homebody, and you know, I miss being.
I'm a little more social than him. I'm still a bit antisocial. I only fuck with people that like I really know. You know what I'm saying? And like that I can like trust and.
But when you're on tour, do you take that as like an opportunity to party and to try to take advantage of all the chicks that are trying to talk to you or anything like that?
Actually, not at all,
Not
man.
yet, at least. Shit.
No, it's not like that so much.
He would.
Definitely more than him.
They're saying that Jay Green takes advantage.
Jay Green's got the most pussy on tour, that's for sure.
Is that just because he's black and you guys are white? So
That's
it's like
exactly what it is. No, Jay Green just he knows how to finesse it, dude.
I feel like
I
Germ
just
is
don't
probably
care,
soaked
man.
in puh right now.
I don't put the energy.
Germ's a savage. I heard Germ's a fucking savage. I heard he's a fucking scumbag, actually.
Scumbag how?
That's what Crest told me.
He's like,
it is what it is, dude. No, the way he is with drugs is kind of like the way I am with bitches, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man. Honestly, it's too much energy, dude. Like, I don't.
He doesn't give a fuck, but
I don't care about like going chase after you, girl, and do your little game. Like, sure, if you came up to me and you say, "Hey, I want to come back to the hotel with y'all. I want to have sex, and then I want to roll." Cool, we'll do it. But other than that, man, I'm not going.
That's what we're all trying to orchestrate.
You know I don't care about it right now. You know what I'm saying? The pussy is just. And women are just not in my vision right now, man. I don't see it. I don't.
That's why it's awesome for me. Just send them
Yo, pussy addiction is a real thing, though. Like,
hollow,
I've been through it, man.
The past couple of years has made me realize like how addicted I really am to that shit, and how, you know, because like I was just on vacation with my parents for a week, and I was fucking hitting Tinder a little bit, trying to fucking figure something out. But at the same time, like, it didn't really work out to the last. It's always the same thing when you're on fucking tour or whatever. You always are on Tinder trying to fucking figure something out, and always they just come rushing in at the last fucking minute. So you know, that's like 8 days without it, and I'm sitting there on the couch just thinking like, yo, I'm a fucking addict. Like, this shit is in my fucking brain right now. Like, you know,
real shit, man. It'll take over just like drugs. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't gotten used to the whole one night stand bit yet. I'm still like into like the whole like whining and dining, making love and
one
shit.
night stand's fun. Don't worry.
No, I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
People want to know what's up with the tattoos. People want to know what the secret meanings are. They think that there's something up with them.
Which tattoos?
I'm assuming.
I've gotten one question about one of my tattoos, but that's all I've heard.
I've been getting tattoos since I was 16. So like, by the time I was 21, I was pretty much covered from my shoulders down to my feet. I'm probably about to start getting my neck and face done next, but I mean,
what's the general theme?
There's really no theme, man. It was just like, I got G59 tattooed on my wrist, you know.
And what's G59 stand for again?
Gray 59.
Okay.
And it was just like 10 years ago, you know, it's me and the homies, like a couple big homies of mine. They got this Highway 59, and it was everybody east of Highway 59, east and south of Highway 59. You know, it was like this Gray 59 clique, and it turned into something, but like on some street shit at first, you know.
We just developed into our own thing.
Yeah, and we just like kind of took it, and one of my big homies is serving a pretty long time, you know, for some shit he did. I can't, but
murder.
I can't really.
Let's not talk about it.
But you know, we kind of took it and ran it with the music shit, man.
Right.
And we adapted the whole gray part. Well, the gray thing I think initially was black and white. It doesn't matter. You know, we come together, we're all gray. But gray kind of evolved into like this whole like, I guess depressing tone too as well. You know, like gray's neither, because gray is kind of like a contextual thing. It's never like this is wrong, this is right. It always depends on the context.
That's the representation of things not being black and white. Yeah. Speaking of black and white, quite a few people asked, "What's up with you guys saying the N-word?"
We don't say the
N-word. You don't say it ever?
That question. I've never said
it.
Because when I saw that, I was just like, I guess they do.
Look, they had this one track a long time ago called Sick. It was like before Suicide Boys. One of the guys that we rapped with, who was a black dude, said the word in the beginning of the song. So that could be what they're referencing.
They might have thought it was
We've never said it.
Yeah, never.
Why is that? Why would you describe? I mean, besides the fact that essentially no other white people say it in music because it's weird. Is that
Stitches says it? I don't know. Like
Stitches is in his own fucking world. That's true.
Yeah, I think
that's what it is.
Yeah, I thought he got the pass because he was.
He thinks I should get the pass because I'm half Cypriot, but I told him it doesn't apply. Like,
yeah, if you look super white.
Is it Nick?
What?
Does Nick say that?
No, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are like a little bit Hispanic and they got the pass, but then you kind of look at them and you're like, really? Like, yeah, it's kind of weird.
I mean, just where I grew up and shit, you know, it's a respect thing, you know.
Exactly.
Of course, I had my friends where I could say it.
We don't care if you say it, but it's kind of uncomfortable.
Believe me, no, they had my friends where I could say it, and I did say it. I mean, they were my fucking homies, man. Like I grew up with these fools, but. You know what I'm saying? I do respect it. You know what I'm saying? And I would never cross that line ever with music or in public talking to germ, like just bullshit. It's just a line you don't, you know.
To me, it's like I want to be consistent. So even though if I'm like sitting around like my friends or whatever, like they wouldn't care if I said it, but am I gonna say it around your grandma? No, because I feel like a fucking asshole. And it's like
I feel more inclined to say it around somebody's grandma than I do my own friends.
Really?
Just to make her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, like 50 years ago, people tend to take for granted like how far our country and everybody has come in terms of racism. You know, it's like.
Right.
To
Actually,
us,
I don't think it's really been that far, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's still kind of fresh in fucking a lot of people's memories.
I mean, that shit
because
was only like 50, 40 years ago. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, it pisses me off when people, especially living in the South, man, when they're like, oh, slavery's been in it and all that. And
Right.
it's like, man,
No,
but
it's not.
it's
It's
so
not.
much more than that now. You know what I'm saying? It's so systematic and like
The
everything
remnants
else.
of it are still around there.
Yeah,
You know, like
you can't tell me that if me and Jerm are born, that you can't tell me that I don't have a better chance because my
Exactly.
skin tone is
Definitely
white.
has a better
I have a
chance,
better
definitely.
chance at anything in
Especially
life because
being
my
male,
skin tone
being a
is
white male
man.
as well. Like being a man has something to do with it as well.
It's the white privilege.
And that's
shit,
part of
bro.
being like a white person, especially at this point in time, is like being able to accept that and admit that and say like, yo, I don't agree with that, but that's how it is.
It
And,
makes
and
me
we,
sick.
We
I
need
hate
to do things as a people to like take, and you know, a bunch of white kids saying the N-word is not going to help anything. If anything,
Well,
like
see-
be your fucking self, you know, like embrace what you are, and what you are is not fucking reappropriating a word that was a
Right.
symbol of hatred for all these
Well, I don't even
years, you
think
know?
that we should even be having a debate over whether it's okay for white people to say it or not when we still have like people getting shot by the police every fucking
Right.
day. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
man.
There's clearly a division here.
Right.
And just because like it's not the 50s anymore and it's kind of like a cloud division, it's still fucking there. It's
Yeah,
still there.
absolutely.
But look, I got a real question.
What's up?
Is it okay when white people say it when they rapping
Yes.
their favorite rappers rap?
Yes, I totally
We
think
asked
so.
that. We asked
I
that
do
in
it.
the
I
van.
agree.
I
We
do.
asked that in the
You know
van.
what? You,
Yeah,
when
I agree.
If I'm trying to hype you up during a show, I'm not gonna sit there and like pull the mic away when you say the word. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in the moment, I'm gonna say it. Like,
I
it's-
noticed though that I think I was watching Bones rap like somebody's lyrics the other day on stage, and he sort of like pulled the mic away a little bit because it's like it would be weird to have the camera all up in his face and he's fucking
Man, and I
mouthing it.
truly understand that.
Right.
No,
And
it's
that's
definitely an
very
awkward thing,
respectful.
but like I do it just because I'm in the moment. I'm just like screaming his
Yeah.
lyrics. I'm gonna say it. Like I'm not gonna.
But if we're like in the van, like he's saying, you know what I'm saying, we're jamming out
bumping
the Keith or
or some
something,
shit.
Right.
you know, then like, yeah.
If you're singing the lyric, exactly, like I could be around a bunch of black dudes and if we're playing Chief Keef and I'm fucking rapping the
Yeah,
lyrics,
right,
like that's not, I don't think
Especially
there's
Keef,
anybody
like,
on earth that's going to mistake
you're
that for
gonna be
racism.
bleeping out like every other word if you're listening to Keith. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's useless because I mean, there's a lot of things that are in a lot of the songs I like that I don't necessarily agree with. It says I'm not agreeing with those things by saying it. I'm, you know, it's part of the song. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You just turn it up with it real quick.
It's a weird thing being a white because well, it's not a weird thing, but it's like you just kind of have to be a little bit mindful about it because you're a white person making
But you know what? I don't
music that
mind
comes
it.
from a black.
Right.
place.
I don't mind it because I totally understand and I respect the fuck out of it.
Right.
And I see what's going on and I hate the white privilege shit that's going on. I hate seeing these people talking about, well, if you know, they would act like this or wouldn't be thugs and blah
Right.
blah blah. It's like they were put in a spot to lose to begin with.
Exactly.
From the government, from everybody, man. It's so
And
systematic.
it's been for hundreds of years. Too.
Yeah,
Because
man.
people always will try to throw around the statistics and be like, look what percentage of black people are killed by other black people. Well, number one, people get killed by other people that live in the area that they live. And if
Right.
you look at black communities all over the world, by and large, or in America especially, like, there's been systematic things that have happened over time where black people got grouped together and pushed into fucking housing projects.
Absolutely.
And it's just the fact
Gentrification.
that black people have not had enough time over history to get themselves into a better financial position because of the fact that they're like a lot of black people come from fucking slaves in our country and like they obviously like white people have just had a lot more time to make money for themselves and had a lot more opportunities.
Absolutely, man. But then on top of that, you know, we're on top of the pyramid.
Right.
You know?
And it all stems from this too.
Exactly.
It all
Yeah,
stems
man.
from this.
And it's like, you know, I mean,
Poor people kill each other a lot more than rich people.
yeah, you know why? Because they're trying to fucking survive,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Give black people an excuse.
Totally.
Not to,
Yes.
Not to try like.
No, not at
No,
all. But then
I totally
a lot
agree. I
of them
totally agree.
aren't offered, you know, the education or the, you know, the chance to better
the means
themselves.
to do
from
it is
that.
still there.
I feel it's on you though.
Exactly. I agree.
Like,
I agree.
I
I
mean,
agree.
As an individual,
But
for
wait,
sure.
but wait,
As an
but wait.
individual.
What if you're raised?
This topic is very interesting.
What do you say?
What do y'all think about racism and the N-word? Because it's crazy how this came out in 2015 and it's 2020 and we're like going through it now.
No.
And
As
you're
an-
bred in
as an
this.
individual, there, especially now in 2015, the means is out there. The information is out there. You can go find out how to fucking better yourself. As not as a.
But
fucking,
growing up in the hood, and let's say your dad was a gangbanger and your mom was a hooker or something, or some cliche stereotype hood
people-
type stuff, you're gonna find out information one day when you're 16 years old and just like, all of a sudden be able to transform yourself. No, you're going to be engulfed in that lifestyle.
No. I agree with you, but I've known people that their dad was this and their mom was this, and they said, I don't want to be that, and they bettered themselves.
But how many of those make it?
And exactly, and
that's the problem.
We can't use those examples of people who did win and who did manage to make the best of it to then look down at all these other people that didn't have the same opportunity.
I'm not saying like fuck all of them. They didn't do it right. What I'm saying is, I'm saying this in a positive way. Look at this one individual that can do it. Everybody can do it. Like you just gotta look past the bullshit and like be like, really, it's just staying strong. And you know, somebody once told me, you know, the common saying of it's always darkest before the dawn. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter how, like we always said. There was at one point where we wanted to quit doing this shit because we were like, this isn't working. Like, fuck this. Let's just get our jobs back. But I told him, like, look, it's going to be darkest before it's the dawn. So, like, however much it sucks now, that means it's getting close. That means, like, our moment's coming up soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as far as, like, let's see, how am I going to relate this to what I was talking about? So if your dad's a fucking gangbanger and your mom's a drug addict, you know, like, struggling through life, I feel like makes you a hungrier person. It makes you want more out of life than the average person, especially somebody who's privileged and was born with it.
But the problem is though, black people are faced with that more than we are.
Oh, I totally agree.
Situations.
I totally agree. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying
that's the problem.
Look, I'm not saying get off your ass and get a job. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
No, I know that. I
think we saying that's still not an excuse not to do nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not to be like, you know what? My mom was this, my dad was that. So I mean, this is what I'm faced with, and this is what I'm gonna be.
The problem lies is that like the media and everybody in the world is telling the black community.
Fuck
like, you
Fox News, by the way.
You ain't shit.
I just gotta say that.
Fuck Fox News. Actually, you know what? Fuck all the media outlets.
I've been spending a lot of time in airports recently, and fuck Fox
News. It is
News.
so disgusting.
Because I don't watch TV normally.
Dude,
and it's just nonstop fear mongering.
Dude, it's disgusting.
Can I give a quick shout out?
Yes.
Man, come here real quick, Ramirez. Come here, bro.
Hop on.
By the way, this is Ramirez, G59 Gods.
Remember that shit that we saw at the hotel room?
Yes, Fox News. They went out in the street. It was about the presidential election, of course, and you know, Republican versus Democrat and all this. Do you know Bernie Sanders? Do you know Donald Trump? Do you know their policy on this, that? And they literally, like, it was obvious. They went and picked. They were in, like, Brooklyn or Harlem.
They picked ignorant people.
They picked the most ignorant people that would not have a clue about this stuff,
right.
You know? They didn't go find people that are educated on these topics. Like,
no, they did it to
millions of them.
Thank you.
Like, there's millions of them at Bernie Sanders conventions and at Hillary.
It's all propaganda. They're doing it to make it seem like, look, see, the black man is stupid.
Exactly.
But it was just, it was disgusting, man. It was so deliberate and like making these people look like that, man. And it disgusts me, and I hate it. I have a.
I thought it was going to be my girl, and it said it's Puya. What's up, son? Hey, Fat Nick. Hey. Yo, we were just talking about how great you guys were, like, well, maybe a half hour ago. Shit.
It's popping. Puya.
This is the first time I met Puya. Yeah. What's up? What up, Nick?
Shit. Hey,
hey,
Jerm, can we replace you with fucking Puya? Puya, sit down right here so we can talk about how you found them and what you liked about them in the early stages. Because we're getting to this end of this interview. We probably got like 15 minutes left, but I want to get Puya's perspective on what he saw.
This has been a deep interview, bro.
This has been one of the best interviews I've ever done.
This is what I like. This is what needs to be talked about.
Exactly, because we just talked about a bunch of real shit.
Real quick before you get on Puya's tip. Do you know about like secret societies and all that shit?
I mean, I've read a little bit, yeah.
Bilderberg Group and all that shit?
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Oh, yeah. I've looked into it a little bit, but all right, Puya, what's good, son? Number one. Number two, how do you find out about these guys? Give us the memories that you have of first listening to them. Yeah, these two.
Well, the first song I heard was Clouds as Witnesses.
Okay.
I think that's the name of it.
That's the one he commented on. I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I just saw it, and then what happened was I just came across it on the internet because somebody retweeted it.
Uh-huh.
And then I've known about him for a minute.
About Jay.
They were the last ones I found out about.
If you're a beat maker or a producer and you want to sell more beats online, head over to my channel, the link below. I drop new beat selling gems on there every other day.
Uh-huh.
But the way I came across it was just through the internet. Somebody retweeted it. And then when I heard it, I was like, dope. And then I wanted to find their Twitters. And when I found his Twitter, I realized he was already following me. So I was like, all right, well, so he knows me already.
Of course.
So then I followed him back.
Right.
Because he was already following me.
Uh-huh.
And I followed him. And then that's it. And then I was just like, you guys are tight.
They were talking about how they really appreciated the fact that, like, you know, a lot of bigger artists.
There really was no point of Jerm being in the interview, though, because he really wasn't saying nothing. He was just sitting there the whole time, just looking, bro. Like, I don't know point in dropping new music video.
Just don't go and fuck with dudes who have less of a following than them that are
Who's
smaller
the
than them.
bigger artist?
Well,
You
you're
probably need the bigger
bigger than them at that time, especially.
Come on, man.
Hi, Ellie. You look beautiful.
That sounds. I'm not a bigger artist, but
Compared to us, you are. Though.
Man,
well,
Look at how humble he is.
these guys are good guys, man.
Yeah.
I see myself in them too.
Really?
Even though I heard you guys are older than me.
Yeah,
this is true.
You guys are old as- You guys are old as shit.
He's 300, so
He's
that's
300.
way older than you.
Fat Nick on the way was like, yo, guess how old they are? I'm like 19, 20.
Uh-huh.
He's like, they're
But I've been watching this for like an hour.
26, bro.
We were talking. Does Fat Nick have an N-word
I'm
pass?
fucking 20.
Are you not white enough?
In Miami, he does.
That's where he said it because he has a pass because he's Spanish.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is he Spanish enough?
But he's half.
yeah,
Greek.
we've had
He's not
some
white.
deep
Fat Nick's not white.
We've
Fat
had
Nick's
some
not
deep
white.
conversations
About
it.
religion, race.
These guys are fucking rednecks, bro. So they can't.
I'm not
When I was
a
saying that this is one of the best podcasts I ever
Spanish.
did, I forgot that we were doing a podcast for a second there because we were just having like a real ass conversation about everything, you know?
Nah, man. I actually just met him right now.
Just
Yeah,
now,
no, that's
literally
crazy.
just now, yeah.
See,
You got a fucking moment, yeah.
That's
You
tight.
captured the first time me meeting him.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty rare.
Coolest podcast in the world.
Coolest.
I gotta thank Puya too because you're, I think, the second most viewed podcast I ever did besides Ian Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, tight.
Which is good. If
Yeah.
you're gonna be beaten by anybody, it might as well be the king of the youth, right?
Who's the king of the youth?
That's what Ian Connor got called in that Complex article.
No comment.
Fuck comments.
No
you
comment.
might be the king of the youth too. We could all be kings.
No comment. Shout out to Ian.
Yeah. So
Yeah, shout out to Ian.
Shit, how you doing? I feel like I'm supposed to hit you with some.
Good,
I
man.
actually pretty much just
flew
hit the
in
end of
from
their
Miami
questions.
Right now.
Right, yeah.
So like I just booked it over here. I just tweeted, just met some dude. Where is he at? Oh, he's parking.
You got some random dude to give you a ride?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Oh,
Because it was in
Hey, yo, I
fucking
see-
rush hour traffic
I see
too.
him always talking about Lil Debbie and shit. You know, I'm like friends with her and shit. I was gonna hit her up for you.
Man,
Tell her to
Smurf's
slide
driving
through.
with her. Smurf's
Yeah.
driving with her.
Is he
right
really?
now. Oh man,
She hates me.
I've been trying to get at her. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I've been
Been
using,
there, yeah.
I've been using the Fredo and Eddie Baker approach, tagging them and telling everybody to go tell them hey.
That's how I got popping.
You know what I'm saying? When she
Hey, yo,
does
tag 'em.
finally see me, she's either gonna be like, "That was so cute," or she's gonna be like, "You
You're
that little
fucking
aggravating
annoying,
motherfucker."
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
fuck
it- she, yeah, let's not even get into it. She hates me. She hates Eddie. She
So
hates
your
Xavier.
chances
yeah.
are blown now.
Ah, fuck, man.
Yeah, it is what it
Yeah,
is.
it is what it is. I'm not tripping. I've just always had this little thing for her, you know.
Well, yeah, everybody's had a little crush at one point or another, right? Hey, somebody asked this. This is the last question I have written down here.
All right,
Is
let's get it.
which one of you guys was saying that you would ask a girl to bleach their asshole before you would lick it?
Yeah, that's him.
And what? This is a strange request.
All right. All right. Back when
He just gets right into it.
like right before we formed Suicide Boys.
We were trying to do stupid videos.
Yeah, it was that trial and error period where we were gonna do like vlogs and shit. And,
okay.
And we did a Scrim Eats Ass one because I'd always fuck around and talk about shit like that. So we were in the tattoo shop, and I was just basically going over the stipulations.
I just
on
turned the camera on and had him go.
What it would take for me to eat your ass, because I've done it, and this is exactly what happened. The girl had her ass bleached before. On top of that, she was fresh out the shower. I mean, like, no drying off, you know, because I don't want the, like, you know, the staticky, rubby, dry cheeks, you know what I'm saying? My face is going to be in there, you dig what I'm saying?
See, I would just accept that. I wouldn't complain about
Well,
the
I
staticky.
think, man, dude, when they're fresh out the shower and they do it right, it tastes like fucking
Well, that's
skin.
what you need a glass of water.
And it was my ex who was a black. He was the black.
A
girl.
black?
Yeah. Who's a
I
black?
think you were gonna say a black girl. She was a
black.
black.
It was a black girl.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
We just had this open-minded conversation.
It was my ex. No, jeez, y'all made me feel
No,
like
that
I
was
dropped
funny.
the M-bomb.
No, we know
We
we
are
met,
from the South.
Yeah.
All right. It was my ex who I had been with for it was like 7-year relationship off and on. And we just did this shit one night, man. So, you know, she had a fat ass and everything. And then
She does have a fat ass.
once I got that first taste, you know what I'm saying? I was in there, son.
Addicted.
Like a porno, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking face in there smothered, like get on top of me, shit.
It's kind of nasty, bro. Eating ass is nasty, bro. I don't know how. Y'all probably do it. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all did it. But I don't know how y'all do it. Why you'll do it. But to me, that shit is nasty, bro. I would never in my life eat ass, bro. You geeking.
Like that.
Fuck that bitch, though.
She enjoyed it. She enjoyed it. She did. I asked her after. I'm like, did you like it? Because I didn't even go near the pink. I just stayed up top.
I've been eating ass since like the 5th grade.
And she was like, yeah, it was tight.
Are you serious?
Well, since I was like 15, I was like modifying the Bobby Shmurda lyric right there. But no, I think I like licked a girl's butt when I was when I was 15.
How was that? How was it?
Fucking amazing. She was so hot. It was the coolest thing ever.
Really? Butt, no.
Oh my! How can you be a rapper these days and not lick a butthole?
I barely licked a pussy, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pussy eating, man.
What?
Look. If I like you, bitch, like.
Is this sus? Am I the only one who thinks this is sus?
No. I just think it's because when it comes to sex for me, like if I put it in and I bust a nut within like 30 seconds, I mean that's fucking awesome. I'm not trying to be fucking you for like no 5 minutes.
But don't you see,
like
5 minutes is a long time?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean
I don't know about that.
But if you like this person, don't you want to like spend a lot of time doing something fun with them?
No, look, if I like the girl, I'll eat her out. But like,
I'm not talking about like a Thai prostitute at the Motel 6.
If it's a Thai prostitute, I'm definitely eating her out. If it's a Thai prostitute at the Motel 6. Yeah, just I'm just fucking.
Eating out hookers is like that's the most hardcore thing you could do.
If it's my girl, I'll eat her out. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like some random bitch.
We'll go a little longer and shit like that. But if it's like some one night stand,
unless
type
she wants
shit,
unless she wants to 69, then I'm about it.
It used to be super uncool to eat pussy and rap. I remember
69's not even that.
No. 69 is the shit.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm not even focused on the sensation of her lips on my dick because I'm so focused on what's going on.
I know, but
here,
that means she's so focused. No, dude, it's perfect. I love 69.
It's not perfect because I don't really feel anything. You know what I'm saying?
To me, 69 is some relationship shit. When you spend enough time around it.
Always talking about sex.
Yeah, so you guys went into super depth about sex on yours. It was
I watched that shit.
I mean, bro, you admitted you're a sex addict.
My girlfriend at the time was here. She wasn't my girl.
She wasn't your girlfriend at the time. That's probably the biggest thing that's changed with you since the last podcast, is now you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's good, man.
Nick might too. I don't know.
Nick got a boo-boo too.
Her
name's Chanel.
I wish you guys could see her
name is
smiling.
Chanel. I love my girlfriend. She's cool, man.
Coco.
She's loyal. Yeah.
Good for you.
That's all that matters. Loyalty.
So yeah, the bleach the anus thing. Yeah, I mean that was one of the stipulations, but. I mean, people think I'm just like this big like serial ass eater. You know what I'm saying?
Cereal.
Where I like go around and just fucking bend bitches over, open them cheeks, and just
I don't think he's
fucking,
eaten ass since that video.
Yeah, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, fuck. You want me? I've done it once with my ex. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, it turned into like, oh, Skrim's this like serial
fucking ass eating monster.
You know what I'm saying?
Amazing. Yo, we're about to hit the limit. The card's almost full.
Word.
We got to do the shout outs, the goodbyes and stuff.
Shout out. Okay. Goodbye.
Who do you want to say shout out to? Who you want to
shout out Blackout. Shout out Stunner. Shout out Navi. Shout out Six Foe. Shout out Tenchi. Shout out the fucking Bohemian Club, the Bilderberg Group, the fucking Council on Foreign Affairs. 9/11 was an inside job.
Shout out to all the Christians that we offended with this podcast.
Suck a dick.
All right, shout out to the Masons. Shout out Puya.
Yeah, shout the fuck out Puya. Shout out Black Smurf.
Shout out
Buffet Boys.
Shout out Jay Green.
Jay Green.
Ramirez. Ghost.
Ghost.
Fuck you, man, Ghost.
Ghost, the fuck you, man.
Oh shit.
All right, bro. That was a long interview. Next song, I'm reacting. This is the last song, bro. I've been live for like almost 3 hours, bro. Like, I'm gonna go live another day, but I've been live for like almost 3 hours. So I'm gonna just react to this one more song. Gonna be number 1 Stunner. You gonna get into that, and after that, that's gonna be it, bro. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it in the live stream. Getting in this, Courtney?
Yes, sir.
if I would have had this when I was maybe 20, I probably would be a billionaire right now. I've been using output stuff for a while, and then when Arcade came out, I feel like that kind of really changed my approach because I am chord driven, I am musically driven, so being able to.
When the next time I go live, I don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all next time I go live. It gotta be like a day like I'm really not doing anything for real. Like it gotta be like I don't know. It gotta be one of those days I'm not really doing anything. But yeah, bro. Facts, bro. King J, do you deserve to be a mod, bro? How you doing? Hold on. You right, bro. I'm out of you, bro. I'm out of you, bro. You did because you been hella cool, bro. But ready, Quentin?
Yep.
Can you see? Oh yeah, you can see. But let's get into this. The last song. I'm gonna get into it.
Suicide.
It's that marble motherfucking daughters rockin' started going for the sauce tartar bitch, it's barbecue. Bitch, I be that breadcrumb covered motherfucker. Bitch, I'm fucking southern fried. Lying to all you lookalikes just to further you from the truth. Sipping white wine, they committed suicide. Now I'm sipping red wine in the booth. Blowing on the blunt, puffing up, being slick, go poof on the beat, steady getting money like a toll booth. Now I'm just playing, bitch, I'm broke, slaw, broke too. Rider than that drop top with the whole.
Yo, she not filming it, bro. Bro, she is not filming it, bro.
I'll be over here. Like.
No proof, white pearls with one go to.
Ride to the sun up. Old trucks with the top up. Yeah, these bitches still stutter. Young Christ and I'm smoking on butter. Just another white creep with no respect. Every day I hold my bread trying to meet debt. No check, no balance and no debt. No money, no cars, but I'm on flex. So you motherfuckers don't get that I could give a fuck about this rap shit. Born with a dope flow and the accent. 808s with the slab, got your back bent. So here's a big fuck you to you motherfuckers. Bunch of clones, suicide, not like the others. So if you wanna meet the devil shit, I got in me. Keep talking, little bitch.
Let me get the keys to the roller truck. Let me get the keys to the roller truck. Let me get the keys to the roller truck. Let me get the keys to the roller truck.
Is this on your playlist?
So what do you think? Come in the camera. Come in the camera.
I am in the camera.
No, come in the camera. Tell them what you think.
I am in the camera.
Tell them what you think.
I didn't like it.
Why you didn't like it?
It's not my type of music. I like the. Was there more than one person in the song? It's two people in the song?
Yeah.
I liked it the second person. I liked his part. But the let me get the keys to the rubber truck. That part. I didn't like that part. I'm sorry, everybody. I wouldn't do it. This wouldn't be on my playlist. A little snippet. The second person. I liked his part. Just a little bit. But the rest, the fans want more. One more song, Darren. They want one more song.
Bro, I'm tired, bro. It's 12 o'clock. It's a new day. Y'all want another song?
They should listen. Y'all should listen to White Privilege.
They not into that. I'm so mad.
What?
Bro, it's...
Darren, they can even see me.
I know.
I couldn't hear this song.
Bro, I'm tired, bro. Can we do this another day, bro? Can we rack the songs another day, bro? Suicide Boys another day, bro. This like, yeah, I've been how long I've been on this live stream?
For 3 hours,
bro.
minutes.
3 hours, bro. This like my first time really like doing a live stream, bro.
Just
like really, bro. 3
late.
hours, bro. Like, yo, like, damn.
Late as hell. It's cool. Dang, Darian.
Yo, come on, bro.
You must have an Annie spanning like that. They want you to go on what is called live tomorrow.
I'll think about it. I'll probably go live tomorrow. It depends.
He most likely might go live tomorrow because I will force him.
What's tomorrow? I don't know, bro. I'll let y'all know.
Today.
Well, today. I'll let y'all know, bro. I'll let y'all know, yeah. But thanks for coming, bro. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for being in the stream and shit like that. Like, I fuck with y'all, bro. I see I finally got a loyal
King
fan base.
J. Shout out to King J.
Finally got a loyal fan base, bro.
I seen him a lot.
67 likes.
Ha, I'm one of them. Cause I do this for real.
I appreciate y'all, yo, for real. It's been 3 hours since I've been live, bro. Like, come on, give me a break, bro. 3 hours, bro. I'm ending it, bro. I'm sorry. Love y'all. Peace out, bro.